1. We're downtown Grand Forks tonight at the legendary Purper Gambucci Arena for another Gambucci Cup matchup as we get set for East Grand Forks and Grand Forks Central to renew their rivalry. The Knights come into this matchup with a record of 15-0. East Grand Forks 15-4. The Knights are ranked number 1 in North Dakota, and East Grand Forks ranked number 3 in Minnesota Class A hockey. Welcome to Purper Arena. Ryan Cunningham with Noah Chalaya and Dale Hamstra tonight as we get set for what's sure to be a fantastic hockey matchup in this one. 5-2 the last time around between these two teams. 1 goal late for East Grand Forks in a 6-on-4 situation. 2 quickies for Grand Forks Central to start the third period. That really was the difference in what was a 2-1 hockey game up until that point. But tonight, the Gambucci Cup is on the line. It's not rankings in either state. It's not conference standings in either state. It's for pride in Grand Forks. And if Central gets a win tonight, they claim the Gambucci Cup. If East Grand Forks gets a win, there will be a tiebreaker that comes into play. Both teams trying to maintain some solid rhythm as they go forward with their regular seasons, with some big games coming up later for both East Grand Forks and for Grand Forks Central. But it's fun to be at home. It's fun to be out of the cold tonight finally and back into some games around North Dakota, and we're glad you joined us for it tonight. Coming up, we'll talk with both of our head coaches. We have the head coach of the Grand Forks Central Knights, Grant Paranika, to join us next. This is East Grand Forks and Central Hockey on KNOXradio.com.
Oh no, look out! Oh.
You kids stay in the car. I'll be right there. Honey, I'm gonna need my Carhartts.
When you pull on a set of Carhartt Extremes from Home of Economy, it's like wrapping yourself in a suit of armor, which can come in handy because sometimes being a parent feels more like being a superhero, and battling the elements is just another part of the job. Find your Carhartt Extremes at the guaranteed lowest price, only at Home of Economy, where your dollar buys more.
Confused by so many marketing options? Herald Multimedia is delivering results. Our print products are delivered to 80% of all homes in Grand Forks, and GrandForksHerald.com averages 45,000 visitors daily. But Herald Multimedia is so much more. Let our experts come help you with all of your marketing needs. Ask us how we can deliver results.
The Central Knights are at home looking for the Gambucci Cup, a cup that they possess, and they're looking to score another big win over crosstown rival East Grand Forks tonight here at Purper Arena. As we take you through the Eastern Dakota Conference standings coming into tonight, Grand Forks Central with the top spot in the league right now with 36 points in the conference. Never mind that record. They're unbeaten at 15-0. Red River 27 points. Fargo South Shanley and Fargo Davies also with 27, a 3-way tie for the number 4 spot tonight. This one, of course, not for any conference rankings tonight. This one's for the Gambucci Cup, and we're joined by Grant Paranika, the head coach of the Grand Forks Central Knights. Coach, you own the Gambucci Cup. Obviously, it's something secondary besides East Region championships and state championships. It's still a big source of pride, though, and it's something your team would like to hang on to.
Oh, it sure is a source of pride. I mean, we've got great competition right here within our community, Grand Forks and East Grand Forks with Red River and East Side, and they're 3 good hockey teams, some of the better hockey teams in the entire region, and playing for that against quality competition just adds a little something to it, makes it a little bit more special, and I think there's a lot of pride for each team wanting to win it, and that's no different for us. We're certainly excited about playing and against a quality team like Eastside.
Speaking of quality competition, your last game out with Grand Forks Red River, you were pushed to overtime. It's the first game all year where you gave up more than 2 goals in a contest, but you found a way to pull out another instant thriller over your other crosstown rival.
Yeah, that was a great game, of course. We always talk about anything can happen in a crosstown rival game, and that's certainly the way it went. I mean, we'd get up 1 goal, then they'd come right back, and it went to overtime like it has so many other times in the past. I've been here 6 years. In the past at least 3 or 4 years, we've had many overtime games and a couple of shootouts in there even. So, yeah, it was a lot of excitement. It was good for us to be in that situation and to, see how we were going to react and what we were going to do with that kind of adversity on our bench. And I was really proud of our guys, the way they everybody was up, stayed positive. We had the lead in the game most of the time. They stayed positive the whole time, and they had the attitude and kind of the mentality that, we're not going to let this get away, and we came through, fortunately.
You beat East Grand Forks the first time around at their place. It was a closer game than perhaps the scoreboard would indicate. You had a couple of quick goals in the third period. But this is still maybe one of the best teams that you're going to play in your regular season. They're a very good lineup from top to bottom.
They sure are a very good hockey team, and their record indicates that. I mean, they've played some really stiff competition over in Minnesota, and I think they're 13-4 or something like that, maybe even 15-4, and that's a good team, like you say, from top to bottom. They're physical, they're fast, they've got good D, their goaltending is sound, and they've got a line there that's been doing a lot of damage for them. They're big bodies, I know we've got our hands full tonight for sure, and we're hoping we can be up to the challenge.
And finally, it must be nice just to be playing again, Grant, after a couple of days where you weren't in school, no practices, You're back on the ice tonight.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, that's, it's unfortunate. That's kind of the way it goes sometimes. With weather, and I think everybody's under the same, under the same circumstances. So no different for us. We've got to find a way to face a little adversity here, and just come out and play the best we can, get into the game right away, I guess, and hopefully continue on and play the best we can play under those circumstances, which, like I say, it's not much different for anyone else. So.
Grant Paranika, the head coach of the Grand Forks Central Knights, joining us tonight. Up next, we'll talk with his counterpart, Tyler Palmasino, the head coach of the Green Wave. It's Central and East Grand Forks on KNOXradio.com.
At Mayville State University, you're not a number. You're an important member of the Comet family. Your journey to success at Mayville State will include small class sizes, hands-on learning, accomplished and helpful instructors, and many athletic, arts, and leadership opportunities, all at an affordable price. Pursue associate's and bachelor's degrees online or on campus. Go to mayvillestate.edu/visit to learn more and to sign up for a campus visit today. Mayville State University. Your success is closer than you think.
One night, 2 games, 4 teams. It's a great night of football presented by Grand Forks Herald and All True Advanced Orthopedics, as well as the following sponsors. It's the first annual Sugar Beet Classic, October 7th at Alara Center. Starting at 4:30, Grand Forks Central takes on West Fargo. At 7:30, Grand Forks Red River will take on Fargo Davies. Don't miss the Sugar Beet Classic, October 7th at Alara Center.
Big one tonight here at Purpur Arena. It's for the Gambucci Cup as Grand Forks Central and East Grand Forks renew their rivalry tonight in Grand Forks on KNOXradio.com. As we take a look at our top 10 Minnesota rankings before we bring in Tyler Palmasino, you see that the Green Wave are in the number 3 spot with Thief River Falls currently in the number 4 position. Hermantown, St. Cloud Cathedral, the top 2, Totino Grace is 5th. Matamidi, Alexandria, Orono, Sartell, St. Stephen, and Warroad rounding out the top 10, and the Green Wave with a solid record of 5-1 against that current top 10 this season. As we welcome in the head coach of the East Grand Forks Green Wave, Tyler Palmasino, for our coverage tonight. Coach, here you are. We just talked about those rankings. You went up a spot after you beat Thief River Falls, but guess what? So did Thief River Falls. You've still got some business to take care of them coming up later this season.
Yeah, without a doubt. It was a big win for us last Tuesday. First of 2 for sure, probably 3 times we'll have to play Thief River. So the rankings at this point in the season really don't mean a whole lot to me. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, all we care about is the ranking at the end of the year.
Absolutely. Well, tonight you take on Grand Forks Central, who's ranked pretty highly of themselves. They're the number 1 ranked team in North Dakota. They're in first place in the Eastern Dakota Conference, and they got a win over you the last time around. And I know after that game you said we're 0-1 at this point because that's as far as you look back. Tonight you get to look back a little bit further. Yeah,
for sure. It was a game, I think January 5th, so almost pushing a month ago. A game where I thought we played pretty darn well for 50 of 51 minutes. Down 2-1 going in the third. They made 2 plays in the first 40 seconds of the third period, 4-1. The game was pretty much over at that point. But that's what they do, and that's the problems they give teams, is that you can't take a shift off, you can't take a puck touch off, and that's what we're going up against again tonight.
And since then, Moorhead, Bemidji, a run around with Warroad, Thief River Falls, Roseau, your schedule's been just about Grand Forks Central every night since that game.
Yeah, we're fortunate over on the Minnesota side where we can pick and choose who we want to play, and we've got a schedule this year that hasn't allowed us to take off very many nights, and we've had to play our best most nights to get wins, and that's what you want.
And tonight, as you take on Grand Forks Central, some minor changes in the lineup. You're going to have a new center on the second line. You're going to move Landon Parker up to the first. That really does a lot of things for your offense, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think sometimes it's hard to stay with the same lines throughout the course of a high school season. I think just things get stale sometimes, and maybe it's just my thought process. But I thought if there's a time to try it, we're going to try it now. Carter Beck's played center for 2 straight years, and this was the first year he moved to wing, and we're going to give it a shot, see how he does. And, I think both him and Parker have liked the adjustment so far.
And then what's the excitement level like, Coach?
Well, we had to reintroduce ourselves to each other today after giving 2 days off, not being allowed to practice or anything of that. So I was thinking they would probably miss me a lot, but unfortunately that might not be the case. But yeah, we're excited. We're excited to be here. We're excited for the opportunity that this game gives us in playing a high-end quality opponent. And, we're going to have to be at our best to get a win tonight. Tyler
Palmasino, the head coach of the Green Wave, joining us up next. We'll take you through the tail of the tape as we continue from Purple Arena. The Green Wave and the Knights tonight on KNOXradio.com.
Storm advisory has been changed to a blizzard warning.
When you lose power, get it back fast with a portable Honda generator from Home of Economy. Easy to haul, tough and reliable, and ready to start with a simple turn of the key. Why settle for anything less than the clean, quiet power and peace of mind you can only get with Honda? Just don't be surprised if you generate new friends. Pick up a Honda at the guaranteed lowest price, only at Home of Economy, where your dollar buys more.
When you simplify, you have more time for life. Simplify your life with Hugo's Family Marketplace. No time to run to the grocery store? Hugo's can help. Just click on GoHugos.com and place your order online. We'll fill your order, and you can either pick it up curbside or have it delivered to your home or business. It's really that easy. Just go to GoHugos.com for all the details.
More low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Confused by so many marketing options? Herald Multimedia is delivering results. Our print products are delivered to 80% of all homes in Grand Forks, and GrandForksHerald.com averages 45,000 visitors daily. But Herald Multimedia is so much more. Let our experts come help you with all of your marketing needs. Ask us how we can deliver results.
When you simplify, you have more time for life. Simplify your life with Hugo's Family Marketplace. When the eternal question arises, what's for dinner? Hugo's has the answer in their deli department. Choose from hearty to heart healthy with a wide variety of convenient take-home choices and ready-to-eat options. From sandwiches to salads to main entrees, let Hugo's do the cooking tonight.
More low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
At Mayville State University, you're not a number. You're an important member of the Comet family. Your journey to success at Mayville State will include small class sizes, hands-on learning, accomplished and helpful instructors, and many athletic, arts, and leadership opportunities, all at an affordable price. Pursue associate's and bachelor's degrees online or on campus. Go to mayvillestate.edu/visit to learn more and to sign up for a campus visit today. Mayville State University, your success is closer than you think.
Storm advisory has been changed to a blizzard warning.
When you lose power, get it back fast with a portable Honda generator from Home of Economy. Easy to haul, tough and reliable, and ready to start with a simple turn of the key. Why settle for anything less than the clean, quiet power and peace of mind you can only get with Honda? Just don't be surprised if you generate new friends. Pick up a Honda at the guaranteed lowest price, only at Home of Economy, where your dollar buys more.
When you simplify, you have more time for life. Simplify your life with Hugo's Family Marketplace. When the eternal question arises, what's for dinner? Hugo's has the answer in their deli department. Choose from hearty to heart-healthy with a wide variety of convenient take-home choices and ready-to-eat options. From sandwiches to salads to main entrees, let Hugo's do the cooking tonight.
More low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Oh no, look out! Oh!
You kids stay in the car. I'll be right there. Honey, I'm gonna need my Carhartts.
When you pull on a set of Carhartt Extremes from Home of Economy, it's like wrapping yourself in a suit of armor, which can come in handy because sometimes being a parent feels more like being a superhero, and battling the elements is just another part of the job. Find your Carhartt Extremes at the guaranteed lowest price, only at Home of Economy, where your dollar buys more.
Welcome back to live coverage of Knights and Green Wave Hockey tonight on KNOX and the Franson Bank and Trust Mayville State University Sports Network. Ryan Cunningham with you tonight, along with Noah Chalaya, who's on our controls, and Dale Hamstra is at our controls in the booth tonight with our picture. Kevin Fee joins us for color commentary and analysis tonight. Kevin, here we go. Gambucci Cup time. Doesn't get any better than this, does it?
No, it doesn't. I mean, it should be a great game. Last time, I think Central won by 3, but I think Eastside will be right there.
You know, East Grand Forks is primed to give Central a run after Red River gave Central a run back on Saturday. You had the opportunity to see that game. That was a fun one between the between the Knights and the Rough Riders.
It sure was, and Red River played really well, even though they got outshot big time, but I thought they took advantage of their opportunities, and it was a great game.
It's going to be a fun one tonight as we take a look at our starting lineups for tonight's matchup and also our national anthem. The Knights are going to be introduced first here tonight. They'll be introduced with some of their friendly buddies on our right side. They're wearing gray this evening. Starting lineup projected for Grand Forks Central this evening. Cole Hansen in the middle with Kyler Brisky and Lucas Cant on his left and right respectively. This top defensive pair will be Tucker Hodgson and Hunter Bjerge. And of course Aaron Nielsen in the net tonight with a sparkling record and a goals against average under 1 with a save percentage over 93. For Grand Forks, or rather for East Grand Forks, Tanner Mack, the high-scoring center, will anchor that top line with Landon Parker on his left, Cole Avery on his right. That top defensive pair is a change-up tonight, as we'll see Luke Vonish and Logan Spencer play together on that top defensive pair, and then down to Tucker Brown, who will be the backstopper for this East Grand Forks Green Wave team this evening. And that promises to be a great goalie matchup between Aaron Nielsen and Tucker Brown. So that one will be fun coming up a little bit later on tonight. You saw a look at the scoring. For those of you that are joining us on our video feed tonight, you can find that on KNOXradio.com. That's KNOXradio.com. Go to sports and go to live video, just in case you're on the radio side this evening. And if you're on the radio side with us, we're glad to have you along. Kevin Fee is now a TV star.
Yeah, right.
That's awesome, right? Thank you for being here with us tonight, Kevin. I appreciate it. We're going to have our national anthem, so we'll take you to the American flag on our left this evening, and we'll pick up our national anthem here tonight at Purpur Arena as we turn it over to our public address announcer and the presentation of our national anthem this evening. National anthem performed here tonight at Purpur Arena. Glad to have you along with us this evening for live coverage of Knights and Green Wave hockey on KNOX and the Franson Bank and Trust Mayville State University Sports Network. We thank Lake Region State University for bringing us our pregame report tonight. Lake Region State University, we change lives. A reminder, they're always looking for peace officers across the state of North Dakota. Lake Region State University will give you the education and the training that you need to take on one of the most noble professions you can find, where you have an opportunity to serve your community. Lake Region State University bringing us our pregame report tonight. Our starting lineup this evening was brought to you by Chris Moen, your Nodak insurance agent in Grand Forks. With competitive rates and great local service, it's easy to see why more people are making the switch to Nodak Insurance. Give Chris Moen a call, 757-1613. That's 757-1613 for your coverage today. So here we go. We get ready for a Gambucci Cup clincher, perhaps. Grand Forks Central wins it. It's all about the Gambucci Cup. However, if East Grand Forks wins this thing, we go to a tiebreaker scenario as the Green Wave get ready and the Knights huddle on our right.
I think Tucker Brown's got to have a big game, Ryan, for the Green Wave to stay in this thing.
Yeah, they're going to most likely be outshot, although the last time they played, it was East Grand Forks that outshot Grand Forks Central. Some of that had to do with the 6-on-4 at the end of the game with the goalie out.
A little bit.
We'll see Tanner Mack to take the draw against Cole Hansen. Hansen wins the draw for Grand Forks Central. It's picked up on the backside by Tucker Hodgson, and the Knights look to come up ice with possession of the puck. Back in their own end, Hodgson playing it out towards the near side wall, and the puck is contained on the near side by Cole Hansen. Logan Spencer makes a touch for East Grand Forks, and it will flow to Landon Parker over in the right corner. Hit behind the net, but Parker's able to force it back up the near side for Cole Avery. Puck got out to the blue line, and Parker picks it back up at center. He looks to drop off for a pass behind him, but it's poke checked off his stick that time by Hunter Bjerge, and the Knights will work back into the offensive zone. Right corner with Hansen. A stop and a look back up the boards. He's being hounded by Spencer from behind. It comes back to the point. Bjerge got a shot through, and a knock-in that goes in for a score. Kyler Brisky will pick up the rebound off the chest of Tucker Brown, hammer it in, and the Knights will take a 1-0 lead early, just 41 seconds into the game.
Good foul there by Brisky. He just came in on the net and knocked that rebound home.
Boy, that's a quick start in this one, and you can't afford to give Grand Forks Central a quick start in a game like this. We'll get the official scoring on the goal. The time of the goal will be in just 41 seconds. It's Hunter Bjerge that will get the assist on the goal, and what a great shot that he had from the right point to sneak that through traffic. The Green Wave win the ensuing draw, and it's picked up by Trey Osmus for East Grand Forks. He'll force it up into the offensive end. It's back behind the net. A circle over for Brandon Holt. Brisky does get credit for the goal. So Kyler Brisky will pick up the goal, and the time of the goal will be at 41 seconds. Brisky will score his 8th goal of the season, his 18th point. Bjerge his 19th point on his 8th assist of the year. We'll have a face-off coming up in the Grand Forks Central zone to the left of Aaron Nielsen as play continues.
I know East Side wanted to come and get Central off track right away, Ryan, but the opposite happened here.
That's
Central.
A big start for Grand Forks Central. Will Lawson body controlling the puck on the left side wall. Tried to play it out of his own end, but the puck was held down strong near side by Jake Jelly, who came out on the point, and Jelly gives a bit of a chase into the far corner of the Grand Forks Central end. It's picked up by Brandon Holt backside. He looks to play it back up the near side boards, comes back out to center, and right on the checkered line, Josh Nelson will knock that puck back down. Back to the far wall. Loose puck's picked up on the far edge by Parker Stroh, who comes up at the offensive end. Crossing pass to Cole Wigstram, broken up. Osmus came up with possession of the puck on the blue line, sends it back to the central end, but it's picked up and brought back by Parker Stroh, who wants to get a chase on with Lawson Body waiting on his right. He comes up with Will Howard now on his left, and a shot that goes right by the net. A long look by Tucker Brown. He was out of the crease dangerously momentarily. Loose puck to Lawson Body, and Peter Loyland, correction, not Loyland, but rather Logan Spencer will put him into the boards, and the puck comes free on the far side wall for East Grand Forks. The Green Wave down 1-0 up into the offensive end. A circle by Ethan Treble pinching up hard. Put the puck back behind the net, but Hodgson was able to take it away away for the Knights. He'll chip it off the end wall. Bjerge takes a big hit from Parker Anderson after distributing the puck up the near side wall, and then gives one back on the near side against Brandon Anderson. Puck goes loose back behind the central net, picked up on the far side. Kennelly plays it to center. Will Howard, a touch pass right side for Blaze Miller. That was broken up. Mason Pullman, Logan Spencer got a puck in or a stick in on that. And Landon Parker will give chase of the puck back into the central zone. Parker couldn't get there on time. Will Howard comes back to center with control. Up the right side ice for Kennelly, but Kennelly and the Knights will be offside and will draw coming up on the Green Wave line with 14:26 left of the first period. A 1-0 lead on the Hugo's Low scoreboard for Grand Forks Central.
Tell you what, Central's coming out hitting. Anybody, I mean, they're going after it.
Well, we heard they were going to be physical.
Yep,
that was one of the
are.
issues that that Coach Grant Paranika had talked about with this game with his team. They were going to be a physical team. Central's been able to equal that so far tonight. Puck at center, Cole Hansen, right side to Lucas Canta, down to the right corner. He'll come to a snowplow stop against Spencer. Played it weakly up the wall. Landon Parker able to take that away for the Green Wave, skates back after it. Collision on the far side boards. Brisky, who's got the lone goal, comes up with a chip back into the Green Wave end. Vonish over to cut it off for East Grand Forks. Got it up as far as the line. Took a big hit from Peter Loyland, goes down, and the Green Wave send the puck into the central zone for an icing call. We'll come back into the Green Wave end for a draw with 13:50 left of the opening period. Still 1-0 in favor of the Knights.
So Grant's going with his fourth line, I guess, against East Grand Forks is, I think, second line, Ryan?
It will be line
you don't
number
want to have
2.
him out there against the first line.
Carter Beck is centering the second line tonight for East Grand Forks, which is a change-up in their lineup. He's been a winger on the first line, but he's centering the second line tonight. And that line of Spicer, Panzer for Grand Forks Central, don't sleep on that line because they're very good for being 2 sophomores and a freshman. Puck comes free to the near side wall. Look up ice by Carson Schlink. He was injured the last time he was in this building. Up to the near side, a quick charge to the net by Braden Panzer, but poke checked off his stick. Spicer took control, sent it out to the point. It's loose in the slot. A drive-in by Panzer and a backhanded shot knocked away by Tucker Brown, who makes a tremendous save.
Nice save.
Puck comes free back into the neutral zone. A chip off the wall by Bjerge. Plays it up left side for Tucker Hodgson, ahead of steam across the line. Comes into the left point, tries a shot, deflected way up in the air and into the webbing, and that will be a call that will keep it in the East Grand Forks zone, with that going up into the webbing behind the net. And we'll draw with 13:06 left of period number 1.
All Central so far, 3-0 shots on goal. East Grand Forks hasn't really had anything going.
Yeah, the Green Wave haven't really been able to get in the offensive end. We have a very nice crowd on hand for this one tonight. They're stacked up around the end wall, as you can see if you're with us on KNOXradio.com, but a lot of fans in the seats for this one tonight, and why not? They've been in the house for the last 2.5 days. Spencer with control. The puck behind his own net. Turns it up to Lawson Body in the far corner for Central. He took a hit from Vonish. The puck comes free, just left alone on the right edge of the slot. Finally picked up, maybe rescued by Parker Anderson for the Green Wave. He turned it back near side wall looking for Schlenk. Now Pullman stepping in, trying to take control in a pushing and shoving match right in front of the East Grand Forks bench for control. That's still dug in along the wall. It finally sprays back towards the net, and Tucker Brown reaches down to make a glove play on it. Turns it to Vonish, who will chip it off the boards out into the neutral zone. Grabbed in the neutral zone by Brandon Holt. He couldn't hold it, but Lawson Body will force the puck back into his own end. Loyland will play it all the way across 3 lines. That'll be icing. And back into the central zone for a draw with 12:20 left of the opening period. Still 1-0 in favor of Grand Forks Central.
Do you have a mic on the other side?
No, just this, on the other side of the ice tonight.
That's pretty cool.
And it's been a good one so far. You can hear some of the physicality that's going on in that one tonight. We'll try again with a draw on the Grand Forks Central end. And they finally put it down. The draw is won by Tanner Mack. Puck comes out to Josh Nelson, right point, who dumps it down the wall. This will circle back behind the net. Cole Hansen with control. Parker tries to hold it in the left corner. Sprays back up far edge. Picked up by Lucas Canta. He comes across ice. Hansen driving in. Dangles around a defender. Backhand shot stopped by Tucker Brown. Hansen chases the loose puck into the corner. Brisky ties up with Josh Nelson. And it's Canta that pulls control of the puck away in the far edge. He's being hampered from behind by Trey Osmus, a freshman defender having a great season for East Grand Forks. Puck came out to Mackey, turned it over, shot, and it goes just wide of the net by Canta, who had a good look just spraying in last moment. Got to the right edge of the slot, just wasn't quite accurate with it. Out to the point, Hodgson will dump it in towards the left corner, and another pushing and shoving match as Brisky gets into it on the far end with Josh Nelson. Nelson and Osmus have been big on this defensive pair during the shift. Back out into the neutral zone. Landon Parker up ice of the puck. Crossing pass goes on net. Nielsen paddles it down, sees Tanner Mack coming in, and will cover up for the whistle. whistle with 11:24 to play in the opening period. We've had a lot of stoppages and restarts in this one so far.
Yeah.
And a great game so far. Grand Forks Central 1-0 edge, a 6-1 shots on goal advantage.
Pretty impressive shift by Osmus there against Kanta. I mean, to battle him like that, a senior against a freshman.
And then also you had Josh Nelson in on that as well, having to play rather physically to get it out of his own end. Treble with control of the puck for the Green Wave. It works back into the neutral zone, picked up on the line by Brandon Holt, and it ends up spraying behind him. It goes back into the central end. There's a battle for control along the near side wall. The puck finally floats into the corner and retrieved there by Blaze Miller for the Knights. To Kennelly on the far wall. He got turned around, a quick turn back towards the net. Nielsen guarding his weak side, but puck was taken up off the end wall once again for the Knights by Peter Loyland, who turns it back in the neutral zone. Loose puck, Miller with a drive, and Tucker Brown was able to kick that aside at the very last moment. Kennelly in the right corner turns it back out towards the point. Brandon Holt dumps it down the wall. Another pushing and shoving match ensues there. Finally cleared out by Brandon Anderson. Chip off the glass on the far edge. This will be icing, and we're going back into the East Grand Forks zone for a draw with 10:33 left of the first. And boy, if teams continue to ice the puck like this, Kevin, we're going to be here all night long.
6-1 shots on goal for the Knights.
Want to thank Noah Chalaya, our master control operator tonight, Dale Hamster with our camera work this evening on KNOXradio.com. We thank you for joining us on the video feed this evening. Our timeouts tonight brought to you by All About Moving and Storage and New Vision Truck and Accessory. Shot comes out to the point, and it's put in on the net on a quick slap shot off the draw that was taken by Hunter Bjerge. He's found a way to weave two through traffic so far tonight. The first led to a goal. Skates over the puck this time around. It comes back to the point. Vanish with a blast that will go wide of the net. Comes back near side wall. Logan Spencer chases it down. Pullman puts in a shot that was deflected. Had a chance from the right circle. Deflects up in the air. And Aaron Nielsen will make the catch and hold for the whistle. Will draw in the central zone.
Really not a whole lot of good chances for the Green Wave yet. I mean,
they've had a hard time getting into the offensive zone and staying there so far
Central's
tonight.
done a good job on defense, that's for sure.
The Knights with a 1-0 lead. The Knights haven't had brilliant chances either, but they put more pucks on the net so far tonight. And the rebounded puck that goes to Kyler Brisky for the lone goal is the difference in this one in a 1-0 game. Puck loose in the Grand Forks central end, pulled off the wall by Tanner Mack, but he lost it going across the slot. Hodgson swallowed it up, back behind the net, being pursued back and forth by Mack. Finally, Hodgson turns and plays it back towards the left corner, picked up there by Hunter Bjerge, looking for a breakout route towards Will Lawson-Body on the near side wall, but the puck's held in on the near side. Logan Spencer, a nice job on that right point defensively to hold that in the offensive end, and a hit coming up from behind. That could have been a penalty. Cole Avery got dumped into the end wall head first. They're going to go ahead and play through that, at least for the moment. That was a very close one. Puck goes loose towards the net on a little blast that was taken off the right side by Carson Schlenk. Didn't have a chance of getting through, hit a blocker before it got to Aaron Nielsen, and the puck comes back towards the left wall. Best shift of the night so far for East Grand Forks. They've held some offensive zone time. Puck comes out on top. Vanish lays a body out, dumps it into the right corner. Picked by Tucker Hodgson, working back towards the wall. Bjerge dragging it up on the far boards, got held up on the point. Parker Stroh looks to kick it free. It came back to Bjerge, cycles the puck back towards the near edge, and a break out into the offensive end now as it's dumped down by Cole Wigestrand, and that will summon Grand Forks Central off on a change. 8:50 left of the opening period. Hugo's low scoreboard reads 1-0 in favor of Central. Rebounded goal by Kyler Brisky, the only goal so far tonight. Puck loose on the far wall, picked up by the Knights. Breakout pass to Brisky, was able to chip it ahead of the line. Races down the far corner with Nelson in his back pocket. Brisky holds it, puts it back behind the net. It's touched by Hansen, looking for Kanta on his right. Kanta circles back towards the left, out to the high slot, dumps it on point. A ribbler that goes through off of Brandon Holt's stick. It's knocked down, took a couple of bounces before Tucker Brown was able to reach down and cover it up, and he'll hold for a whistle.
Look at Brisky, had a chance at a deflection there.
That was a big chance, as a matter of fact, as that one went bounding right through the slot.
I think the goalie was screamed.
Well, he certainly didn't get a great look at it until the bounce, but he was able to track the bounce and comes up with a cover, and will draw on the East Grand Forks end. Puck loose out on the line. It'll be turned down by Hansen. Nelson will pick it up back behind the East Grand Forks net. Looks to come out with a puck on the near side. Touched up and lost. Trey Osmus loses it. Kanta's in by himself. Backhand bar down.
What
score.
a pass by Hansen.
Lucas Kanta comes in with a loose puck off the near circle. He goes bar.
Beautiful pass by Hansen, and great finish by Kanta. Usually it's a reverse.
Time of the goal will be at 8 minutes and 53 seconds of the opening period for Lucas Kanta. His 11th goal, 44th point of the season. And if Cole Hansen gets the helper, he'll have 46 points on his 18th assist of the year as we wait for the official scoring to come out on this one.
Hansen's usually the finisher.
Kanta does get the goal, and Cole Hansen will pick up an assist. It'll be Kanta from Hansen at 8:53, making it 2-0 in favor of Grand Forks Central. Aaron Nielsen laying out to his right side and covering up a puck after it was held in by Carson Schlenk in a dangerous spot. Still 2-0 in favor of Central after a hold by Nielsen will draw in the Central zone.
I think Central's first line wanted to make a point tonight after they get shut out against Red River. I mean, they're playing really well tonight.
The other part of it, too, when you go back to that goal, what a backbreaker after East Grand Forks' best shift of the night, right? I mean, that really was their best shift of the evening. And then to give up the goal like that on what was just a little bit of an excuse-me turnover. Back out to the line. Vonish able to hold it into the central end, dumping it down the far corner. Brandon Holt picks up the puck and looks up the far wall to Joey Kennelly. He'll chip off the glass, dumps it back into the East Grand Forks end. Brown out of the crease to play it behind the net, looking to transition the offense back forward. Cooper Holm, who forms up a bit of a fourth line tonight, looks at Nate Emery on the right side wall. Emery got held up along the boards, little hit from behind by Kennelly, loses the puck behind the net. Loyland had a touch on it, turned back out to the point. Kennelly, backhand play to center, found Will Howard. Howard will dump it into the offensive end. That'll facilitate a change for Grand Forks Central. 7 minutes left of the opening period. On the right side, the puck picked up with Cooper Holm. He dumps it back as far as the neutral zone, and sweeping in, the Green Wave able to take control and dump it back down the near side ice. It'll come out, big hit behind the net as that one was touched up behind the net by Brandon McGarry. Third pair defensive team coming out for Grand Forks Central. Anderson a touch on the checkered line for the Green Wave, holds it up against the wall. Mason Pullman able to bat it back down. McGarry will touch it behind the net, circles back towards the near side for the Knights. And a pile up is there as a hard pinch comes in off the right side by Anderson, holding on to some offensive momentum. Hodgson a touch, looking back near side by found Bjerge. Bjerge looks back at Chase Spiker at center. Spicer looks up the wall, finding a drive on the right side and a shot from long range that's dumped in by Tucker Hodgson, who came up as a defender and got a little bit of an offensive look. Back behind the net, Osmus sweeping behind the East Grand Forks side to Parker Anderson, chipping up the boards. Had to bat it a second time as he got held up on the point, but is able to make the play back to Jackson Gulstead with a shot from the point. Aaron Nielsen will reach down and cover that up, and will draw coming up in the Grand Forks Central end with 6 minutes left of the opening period. Still 2-0 in favor of Grand Forks Central. Things beginning to even out a little bit, but only 10-3 shots on goal advantage for
and
Grand
those
Forks
three
Central.
shots haven't been that great. Central's had the grade A chances so far tonight.
Knights winning control of the faceoff. Will Lawson body looking back towards the near side wall, trying to play it back up the boards, and was able to get a bit of a play there before losing it behind the net. Brandon Holt will come away with the Logan Spencer on the right wall. Knocked away again. Loose puck to Parker Strohsticker. He might have been walking towards the goal. Puck comes back out to the high slot. A hold by Wiggestrand comes a little bit off base. Works back to the right side. Parker, good race up the ice with Tanner Mack. Now behind the play, it's Vonish coming in. He found a shot. Nielsen tried to make a glove save, couldn't find it. Vonish wipes out Lawson Body, and now another hit by Parker that drives Lawson Body head first into the end wall. He took a couple of big hits on that exchange, but Wiggestrand able to drive the puck back into the Green Wave end. It goes loose to the corner. Nelson picks it up for East Grand Forks. Out in the neutral zone, he was able to find Carson Schlenk. Schlenk weaving out towards the wall against Cole Hansen. Can't hold the puck. Carter Beck comes up with a trap. Then goes loose back towards the circle. High slot, Schlenk with a wave at it. Couldn't get a shot away. A touch by Jelly from behind, but it comes back with Lucas Kanta, who scored the last goal for Central. Loose in the offensive end. Dumped down the right side wall by Adam Arnold. And Nelson will take it behind the Green Wave net. 4:35 left of the opening period. Still 2-0. Grand Forks Central on top with a shots on goal advantage of 10-4. Puck loose in the neutral zone. A turn by Arnold and a push into the far side wall. Picked up and a long pass near side to a wide open Brisky, just a bit offline. Brisky will chase it down in the corner. Works back to Kanta. Kanta, turn on a wave around. He'll score. Lucas Kanta going behind the net. Comes all the way around with a wraparound. And I think he got Tucker Brown 5-hole to give the Knights a 3-0 lead. 3 in the opening period for Grand Forks Central.
This first line's playing really well tonight. Went around the net and just kind of wrapped it, and like you say, I think it was between the pads.
Time of the goal will be at 12:41 as Lucas Canta will get his second goal tonight and the third goal for Grand Forks Central. And all of a sudden a 3-0 lead for the Knights. And you wonder exactly if another one goes in quickly here, if you don't have to see Tyler Palmasino take a timeout, as Central has almost all the momentum at this point in the matchup.
Well, they get up by 4, Ryan. It's pretty much Katie bar the door, I think.
Puck loose. We'll see the official scoring on the goal. Kyler Brisky will pick up an assist, a 2-point night for him, and Cole Hansen a 2-point night as well. So the entire first line has 2 points apiece tonight, 6 points already for the first line for Grand Forks Central. Touch pass, Howard getting in by himself. Big save by Tucker Brown, reaching behind him after down, was able to take that off the left leg pad and somehow reach back and hold it from going in on a great chance inside by the Knights. Puck comes out to Ethan Treble, who will chip it off the wall. It got over Brandon McGarry trying to hold the edge, and it will work back to Tucker Hodgson in his own zone for Grand Forks Central. 3.5 left of the opening period. Puck on the near side wall with Bjerge out in the neutral zone. Tanner Mack breaks it up, dangles out to the far wall. Was able to find Landon Parker driving into the left corner. He got turned around. Kennelly picks up the loose puck for Central. Stolen away by Mack on the left point. Mack tries to drive his way in. He's fronted by Blaze Miller. Kennelly coming up with a touch. Miller able to fight it free. Works back to Wiggestrand on the left wall with a chip in. This will go across. Well, it would have went across. The goal line would have been icing. That was a 2-liner, but in the end, the Knights, or actually the Green Wave, went back to retrieve it, and they dump it back into the offensive end for an icing call of their own. 2:58 left of the opening period. 3-0 in favor of Grand Forks Central. What a big night so far for the Central first line.
It has been, and if Eastside doesn't get the next goal, they're going to be in big trouble here. 12-4 shots on goal edge for the Knights.
2:58 left of the opening period as we draw on the East Grand Forks end. Comes out on the point, rifle up over the crossbar, taken by Wiggestrand off the draw. It's loose in the near corner, played back to the point, down to a knee that time by Peter Loyland, trying a shot from long range. It's broken up and dumped back in to the Grand Forks Central end. Another icing call as Jelly can't get there fast enough. And we'll go back into the Green Wave end for a draw with 2:43 left of the first on our Hugo's Low scoreboard. 3-0 in favor of the Knights. Speaking of our Hugo's Low scoreboard, we'll be checking that coming up in our first intermission report. Huge game tonight in Fargo between the Eagles of Fargo Davies and Grand Forks Red River in that 3-way tie for second place.
Should be a good one.
We'll draw coming up in the East Grand Forks end to the right of Tucker Brown. It's loose behind the net. Josh Nelson comes up with control. Turns it back near side. Brandon Anderson looking up the wall, finding Jelly. Trying a little thread-the-needle pass. Broken up, and Parker Stroh with a good rush at a loose puck at center ice. Ends up being deflected back into the central zone. Loyland will retrieve. Off to Holt. Right side for Lawson Body on the touch, but he'll lose the puck to Josh Nelson of the Green Wave. And now another lost puck in the high slot, picked up by Stroh, who will drag the puck to the left wall and dumps it behind the East Grand Forks net. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left opening period. Puck loose on the far wall. Touch up against the boards by Stroh. Looking for a breakout. Turned it over in the high slot. It's picked away by Jake Jelly. Chip off the far boards. He's summoned off on a change. The Knights catch them in the change. A pass to Lawson Body, stretching things out. Ethan Trouble's there late to break it up. Loose puck back to Lawson Body, dangling to the left of Tucker Brown. And a loose puck batted at the net by Braden Panzer. That's blocked by traffic out in front before Vonish picks it up for the Green Wave. It plays back to the line, and Lawson Body steps over the top on Mason Pullman to hold the spot. Avoids a hit from Treble. Found Panzer on the right side. Panzer drags it into the far circle. Vonish takes him down from behind and comes up with a puck for the Green Wave. He'll play it up the wall to Emery. Breakout pass to center. Long reach to haul it in for the Green Wave by Mason Pullman. He looks to his right side for Cole Chupka, as we're already seeing some mixing and matching here going on for East Grand Forks offensively. They didn't have a fourth line put together coming into the night. We've seen some new men out there, and Chupka was not expected to play. He's already out in the third line. A quick crossing pass just wide of Cole Spicer, who made a dash in for the Knights. And the puck will come free towards the right side wall. Cole Avery with a shot from the right point as Mack went chasing a potential rebound, but Nielsen will have none of that. He covers for the whistle, and with 1:02 left of the opening period, we'll draw in the central zone.
Pretty good chance for Cole Spicer there. Panzer put it right in front, and he just couldn't connect. It was a really good play.
Intermission report coming up. We'll have that for you in just a couple of moments as this one comes to an end. Our intermission report brought to you tonight by Roston Auto Sales. And also brought to you by Apple Grid Construction. Puck loose on the far wall. Canta with control of it for the Knights. The rush up was able to find Cole Hansen. He steps around to hit that time from Vonish.
Wow.
One-timer and a shot scores. It's Kyler Brisky. Brisky, who will score on the left side on the one-timer. What a pass by Lucas Kant off the right wall, and the net was wide open for Brisky for the chip-in. It is 4-0 Grand Forks Central.
That was a big-time play from the far side. Brisky was wide open, and he put it in the net, and
unbelievable pass from the right wall.
This first line is really playing lights out.
Well, that's going to be at least 2 more points for the first line. That's going to put them to 8 on the night thus far, and we'll see if there's a secondary assist in there that will give them 9. In the meantime, Jake Jelly picks up the loose puck off the draw. Brisky does get the goal, his second. Another assist for Lucas Kanta. That will give him a 3-point night. And Cole Hansen picks up his 3rd point of the night on 3 assists. That will give the first line 9 points tonight and makes it 4-0 Central with 20 seconds left of the opening period. Breakout pass to the near side, dumped in towards the far corner by Brisky. Vonish over to pick it up, circles it up the near side wall. Jelly a retrieval, 10 seconds left of the opening period. Loose at center, pulled away by Hodgson, chased from behind by number 16, Carson Schlenk. It goes loose to Kennelly on the green wave line, down to 2, and with 1.6 seconds left, we're going to have an obligatory offside call. And so we'll draw with that 1.6 seconds remaining.
Looks to me like Central's trying to make a statement after a lot of people thought the Green Wave might be the team that could beat them here.
Well, especially after the overtime game with Grand Forks Red River on Saturday. They're trying to show nothing's hurt. Blaze Miller got a shot away at the horn, and that's going to be the end of the opening period of play. Domination for Grand Forks Central in the opening frame. 9 points for the first line, 4 goals for the first line, and at the end of a period of play tonight here at Purpur Arena, your score is Grand Forks Central 4, East Grand Forks nothing on our Hugo's Lowe's scoreboard. Up next, our Roston Auto Sales Applegren Construction Intermission Report. This is Knights and Green Wave Hockey on KNOX and the Franson Bank and Trust Mayville State University Sports Network.
At Mayville State University, you're not a number. You're an important member of the Comet family. Your journey to success at Mayville State will include small class sizes, hands-on learning, accomplished and helpful instructors, and many athletic, arts, and leadership opportunities, all at an affordable price. Pursue associate's and bachelor's degrees online or on campus. Go to mayvillestate.edu/visit to learn more and to sign up for a campus visit today. Mayville State University. Your success is closer than you think.
Storm advisory has been changed to a blizzard warning.
When you lose power, get it back fast with a portable Honda generator from Home of Economy. Easy to haul, tough and reliable, and ready to start with a simple turn of the key. Why settle for anything less than the clean, quiet power and peace of mind you can only get with Honda? Just don't be surprised if you generate new friends. Pick up a Honda at the guaranteed lowest price, only at Home of Economy, where your dollar buys more.
Oh no, look out! Oh!
You kids stay in the car. I'll be right there. Honey, I'm gonna need my Carhartts.
When you pull on a set of Carhartt Extremes from Home of Economy, it's like wrapping yourself in a suit of armor, which can come in handy because sometimes being a parent feels more like being a superhero, and battling the elements is just another part of the job. Find your Carhartt Extremes at the guaranteed lowest price, only at Home of Economy, where your dollar buys more.
When you simplify, you have more time for life. Simplify your life with Hugo's Family Marketplace. No time to run to the grocery store? Hugo's can help. Just click on GoHugos.com and place your order online. We'll fill your order, and you can either pick it up curbside or have it delivered to your home or business. It's really that easy. Just go to GoHugos.com for all the details.
More low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Confused by so many marketing options? Herald Multimedia is delivering results. Our print products are delivered to 80% of all homes in Grand Forks, and GrandForksHerald.com averages 45,000 visitors daily. But Herald Multimedia is so much more. Let our experts come help you with all of your marketing needs. Ask us how we can deliver results.
coverage of Green Wave and Knights hockey tonight on KNOX and the Franson Bank and Trust. Mayville State tonight. For those of you joining us on video, Noah Chalaya is our game site engineer, and Dale Hamstra has our camera work tonight here at Purpur Arena. It's a 4-0 lead for Grand Forks Central on the Hugo's Low scoreboard over East Grand Forks. A shots on goal advantage of 13-5. Kevin, it was domination in that opening period tonight.
It sure was, and Central came out physical, and I think that had a lot to do with it. East Side kind of got physical late in the period, but Central just got so much firepower. It's unbelievable.
It was kind of a backbreaker for the Green Wave, down 1-0. They put together their best shift of the night right around halfway through that first period. A lot of good grinding in the offensive end, a lot of good cycling, and then they give up a turnover in the high slot. Lucas Canta makes him pay bar down,
You bet.
and all of a sudden it's 2-0. And really at that point you saw a little wind come out of East Grand Forks' sails.
And that was a heck of a pass by Cole Hansen. I mean, Canta and Hansen have had incredible passes tonight. That first line is just playing really well.
Big nights tonight. Our intermission report brought to you by Roston Auto Sales. Service, reliability, and quality. That's Roston Auto Sales and Applegren Construction, building homes around what truly matters. We'll have our scoring summary coming up a little later on in our intermission report. Suffice to say that 9 points were scored by the Grand Forks Central top line tonight, which is a big part of it. We'll take a look at our key remaining Eastern Dakota Conference matchups that we have going on. And of course, one of those is tonight, as you can see on our screen on KNOXradio.com. Grand Forks Red River at Fargo Davies tonight. Last we had heard, the Eagles had a 1-0 lead with 12 minutes to play in the opening period. If Red River drops that game, you're looking at a tumble from second to perhaps fourth in the Eastern Dakota Conference standings.
You're right, and Davies, I think they were the favorite to be second, weren't they, in the East region this year? Or maybe it was Red River, but they were really close. And
Davies has been ranked number 2 in North Dakota, and they're sitting in that three-way tie because South Shanley has overperformed based on what we thought they were going to get done this year. So
West
they've had
Fargo,
a really good run at it so far.
West Fargo's kind of overperformed too.
And so we'll take a look at the rest of those games that we have coming up in the Eastern Dakota Conference. Another one of those is coming your way tomorrow night on KNOXradio.com, and that one, or I should say rather also on KNOX Radio. That's going to be Red River at Grafton Park River tomorrow night. So coming out of the game tonight, we're going to see what that looks like for Grand Forks Red River, and those will be some key points that they'll play for in hostile territory coming up tomorrow night. Grafton Park River is never an easy place to go play.
It isn't, but I would guess the Rough Riders will probably find a way to win that one. Hopefully they will. I mean, I think they'll definitely be the favorite.
And we'll see if we can't get that back up for those of you on KNOXradio.com. We can take a look at the rest of those key Eastern Dakota Conference matchups that we have coming up for the remainder of the season. Central at Davies coming up on, Central at Devils Lake coming up on February 4th. That's never an easy place to play. And Red River at Devils Lake on the 5th, along with West Fargo in this building against Central. Those last 3 games that you look at, you would say to yourself, Central's a favorite, Red River's a favorite, Central's a favorite, except that West Fargo shocked the world this year, and 2 of those games are at Devils Lake, where you can see things are never easy to play, Kevin.
Just like
there could be some trap games
Devils
in
Lake
there.
and Grafton's always a tough place to play.
It's always a tough place to go play. But again, at the end of the first period on this one, 4-0 your score in favor of Grand Forks Central over East Grand Forks. We'll come back with a scoring summary from the opening period next as we continue with our intermission report brought to you by Roston Auto Sales and Applegren Construction here on KNOX and the Franson Bank and Trust, Mayville State University Sports Network.
One night, 2 games, 4 teams. It's a great night of football presented by Grand Forks Herald and All True Advanced Orthopedics, as well as the following sponsors. It's the first annual Sugar Beet Classic, October 7th at Alara Center. Starting at 4:30, Grand Forks Central takes on West Fargo. At 7:30, Grand Forks Red River will take on Fargo Davies. Don't miss the Sugar Beet Classic, October 7th at Alara Center.
When you simplify, you have more time for life. Simplify your life with Hugo's Family Marketplace. When the eternal question arises, what's for dinner? Hugo's has the answer in their deli department. Choose from hearty to heart-healthy with a wide variety of convenient take-home choices and ready-to-eat options. From sandwiches to salads to main entrees, let Hugo's do the cooking tonight.
More low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Confused by so many marketing options? Herald Multimedia is delivering results. Our print products are delivered to 80% of all homes in Grand Forks, and GrandForksHerald.com averages 45,000 visitors daily. But Herald Multimedia is so much more. Let our experts come help you with all of your marketing needs. Ask us how we can deliver results.
Providing crop insurance, tax, and financial related service for farmers, businesses, individuals, and families since 1989. Phil Thompson and Associates, Crookston, Warren, and East Grand Forks.
Welcome back to Purpur Arena. Live coverage of Knights and Green Wave hockey tonight on KNOX and the Branson Bank and Trust Mayville State University Sports Network. Our intermission report tonight brought to you by Roston Auto Sales. Service, reliability, and quality. That's Roston Auto Sales and Applegrin Construction, building homes around what truly matters. It's 4-0 on our Hugo's Low scoreboard after a period of play, with Central getting 10 points from the first line in the first period tonight. Now, just in case you're watching or listening, we want to let you know Cole Hansen nearly lost a point, and they fixed it during the intermission. They were able to fix it.
They must have gone to video.
They must have, right? That first line tonight combined for the opening goal. We told you it was Kyler Brisky from Hunter Bjerge, and it was, but they're going to give Cole Hansen an assist on that one as well. And so that made it 1-0 just 41 seconds into the game, and 4 goals go in for Central in the opening period. Cole Hansen with 4 points in the opening period on 4 assists. Lucas Canta, a pair of goals. Kyler Brisky, a pair of goals. Hunter Bjerge did his best to get into the scoring act from the blue line on that first goal tonight. But in all reality, that was a heck of a first period for the first line for Central.
Yeah, Central is just rolling. I mean, their first line is just on fire and playing well, seeing the ice well, and see the Green Wave coaches are back out here, and I think East Side's got to get the first goal, obviously.
Yeah, well, and you go back to the last play, the last goal of that period. What a one-timer that was knocked in by Brisky for his second goal tonight, and a huge pass by Lucas Canta, who came off the wall with that. That was unbelievable.
That was a great cross-crease pass. I mean, like you say, he was wide open. The net was wide open, and easy goal for him.
And so that takes us down to the end of our first intermission, which will be coming up here in a couple of moments, and then we'll get ready for the start of second period action tonight here at Purpur Arena. At the end of a period, your score is Grand Forks Central 4 and East Grand Forks 0. Our second period is on the way next on KNOX and the Branson Bank and Trust Mayville State University Sports Network.
It's the new year, and if your resolution is to get a great deal on a new vehicle, get to Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Grand Forks during the Start of Something New sales event going on now. Get a great lease offer on a new 2019 Jeep Cherokee 4x4. Start something new with Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Grand Forks. All financing and approved credit. See dealer for details.
Remember the day you laced up your first pair of skates? Chances are the experts at Jarrell's Hockey World were there to help. Hockey is fun, builds confidence, and you know what it's like to be a part of a team. The love for the game lives in all of us, no matter the skill level. Jarrell's Hockey World. Get your game started. South Washington, Grand Forks.
At Mayville State University, you're not a number. You're an important member of the Comet family. Your journey to success at Mayville State will include small class sizes, hands-on learning, accomplished and helpful instructors, and many athletic, arts, and leadership opportunities, all at an affordable price. Pursue associate's and bachelor's degrees online or on campus. Go to mayvillestate.edu/visit to learn more and to sign up for a campus visit today. Mayville State University. Your success is closer than you think.
Welcome back to Purpur Arena. Live coverage of Green Wave and Knights hockey tonight on KNOX and the Branson Bank and Trust Mayville State University Sports Network. Thank you for joining us tonight for our intermission report, brought to you by Roston Auto Sales. Service, reliability, and quality. That's Roston Auto Sales and Applegrin Construction. Building homes around what truly matters. Ryan Cunningham, Kevin Fee, Noah Chalaya, Dale Hamstra tonight here at Purple Arena as we get set for the second. Well, I think my partner Kevin Fee said it best. If the next goal is not a goal for East Grand Forks, this could be some trouble for the Green Wave tonight.
It probably is over.
4-0 in favor of the Knights, looking to try to move their record to 16 wins on the season. And, you know, keep in mind, for those of you that might be seeing Central play for the first time, this is a very good East Grand Forks Green Wave team.
It is, yeah.
They're ranked 3rd in Minnesota Class A hockey. They've gone toe-to-toe with Moorhead. They've gone toe-to-toe with Roseau. I mean, the only game that really got lopsided for them this season was against St. Cloud Cathedral, who's ranked number 2 in Minnesota. As action gets started for the second period, puck goes loose into the Green Wave end off the draw. Chip by Jelly, works back to the point, and it's driven in on the far side by Cole Wigestrand. Loose into the corner, out in front, Hansen chipping at a rebound of puck. Now it's Kanta, and into the butterfly. A big save by Tucker Brown, who couldn't have seen the spot that Kanta was going to attack him from, and he just collapses on the puck to hold for a whistle.
That was a huge save. 19 seconds are changing lines.
Well, you got to keep them fresh in the situation, right?
Well, you got 4 lines.
16:41 left of the second period. We draw again in the Green Wave end. Josh Nelson will pick up the loose puck off the board, circles it back up towards the right side. Tanner Mack, a touch into the offensive end off the pass from Avery. Mack will chase it down in the far corner, being moved by Will Lawson-Body. Trey Osmus high slot, but a shot goes into blockers as that slot was clogged big time. Wigestrand, touch pass up the ice, looking for Lawson-Body, but loose in the slot. Nelson will take it away. He got back up into the offense, or rather the neutral zone for the East Grand Forks Green Wave, then lost the puck behind him again on a poke check. Osmus picks it up, looking at Nelson, off towards the right side, breakout pass at center ice, a touch by Landon Parker. Parker got up as far as the central line, then lost control. The puck gets dumped in, and the Green Wave looked to change up. Stretch pass to Wigestrand, trying to take advantage of the change. He'll lose the puck, however, to Ethan Treble, playing on the third line defensively tonight, or the third pair, rather. Gallstead, touch pass to Pullman. He had a rush towards the slot, but ends up losing control of the puck. Brandon Holt came in on the back check and was able to deny him the opportunity. It's Holt off the wall, coming back towards the near side, found Kennelly. Pass deflected up in the air, goes rink wide towards the far wall. Holt will knock it up into the neutral zone, and Treble runs it down on the checkered line. Treble chips off the near side boards, and this will be deflected up into the East Grand Forks bench with 15:27 left of the second period. 4-0 on the Hugo's Low scoreboard. Timeouts tonight are brought to you by All About Moving and Storage. Big or small, we move and store it all. And also brought to you tonight by New Vision Truck and Accessories. They don't need timeouts. They get your ride right the first time. Out at center, a blast from the point that time by Luke Vonish. He can get away a shot like a howitzer. Nielsen will glove it for the whistle, and we'll draw with 15:21 left of the second period.
Looking at the crowd, Ryan, it might be the best one of the year. I think it is. Don't you? I think it's better than Red River Central.
Really been a nice crowd tonight. You take a look at the bleachers across the way. They're not full, but you've got a lot of bodies that could fill it up around the edges. Another shot off the draw. That one a wrister by Jelly that goes wide of net, and the puck's deflected back in the neutral zone. Jelly will race it down. Looks at Vonish on the far side wall, who got held up. Puck goes loose in the neutral zone. Kanta blading at it, can't come up with control. Spencer will take it back behind his own net and had it poke checked away, and a good rush by Kennelly getting back in behind the net for the Knights. Comes loose out at center ice, knocked around a bit by Hodgson. Vonish will pick it up, drives up into the offensive end, got rubbed into the boards, and now a match in the far corner between Carson Schlenk and Tucker Hodgson for control of the puck. It'll work back to Loyland, so Loyland's going to play with Hodgson on this defensive pair, at least for the moment. We'll see if Loyland's going off on a change. Looks like that may have been just the end of his shift. In the meantime, loose puck comes back over towards the near side wall in the Green Wave end. It's pulled away by Blaze Miller, who was able to get around Nelson momentarily, but couldn't get the shot away. Nelson will pick up the loose puck in the right corner, works it back out to center ice. This will be across everything, but on net, Nielsen was just kind of hoping for the icing call, and in the end, had to put a glove on top of it to hold things up with 14:19 left in the second. Still 4-0 Central on top.
Yeah, I didn't think that was icing, even if he wouldn't have caught it. I mean, it looked like there was a deflection here.
We'll draw in the East Grand Forks zone. It's picked up off the wall by Bjerge. He turns it back out towards the near side. Correction in the central zone. Bjerge picked it up. It comes out with Cole Hansen trying to drive around Nelson. Got in, fires, and scores. What an unbelievable individual play that was put in by Cole Hansen, who rushes right through the heart of the ice, got around a defender, back to his forehand side, through the wickets again on Brown. It is 5-0 in favor of the Knights.
What can you say?
You can't say anything about that play. That was just a fantastic play. Time of the goal will be at 2 minutes and 52 seconds.
He's a little quicker than I thought he was. I mean, that was he really
It's his 5th
rolled
point
in
tonight.
There. Yeah. 1 and 4? That's crazy.
Goal and 4 assists tonight for Cole Hansen. He's now at 50 points on the season.
He's kind of shaking his head like.
Remember a few years ago when we were in this building, Kevin, and we were talking about the possibility of Grant Johnson scoring 75 points in a season? There's enough time.
Oh,
Based
there
on,
is.
He's got 5 points tonight. I mean, there's enough time. And that was a huge level at that point, and he was Mr. Hockey.
And he was on his way to Bismarck to play for the Bobcats, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was right after that game was over. Turns out he wasn't, but everybody thought he was. Puck on the near side wall. Pullman drives in, bad angle shot taken up in the chest by Nielsen, and the rebound is deflected back down to the neutral zone. Trouble will go back to pick it up for the Green Wave. Comes back as far as the checkered line. Meeting of the minds with Parker Anderson for the Green Wave right on the line. East Grand Forks able to contain it. Jackson Galsted will dump it into the offensive end. Nielsen out of the crease, plays it back to Brayton Panzer on the right wall, who holds on in the corner. It's pulled away by Schlenk. He'll put it back over to the far corner. Holt circling back up the left wall, dumps it out into the neutral zone. Vonish with a glove play trying to hold on to it. They're going to whistle him for a hand pass. Tough call being made against Luke Vonish in that situation. I don't think he really got it in his hand. But nonetheless, we're going to go back into the East Grand Forks zone for a draw with 13-18 left of the second period.
This definitely isn't the East Grand Forks team we've seen this year.
Right.
I mean,
they're
their
a
big
little
players
flat right
are not
now.
Playing well, and they're kind of just on their heels.
And some of that is going to be
Central
because of
obviously.
Grand Forks Central. They're just pouring on the pressure tonight. 16-8 shots on goal advantage. Remember the last time around, East Grand Forks outshot the Knights. That was over at Civic Center Arena on the east side of the river. Puck to Jelly on the right side. He'll go back to center for Schlenk, who tried to get around a pair of defenders and did so. Remember, East Grand Forks missed Carson Schlenk for about 4 or 5 weeks of the season. He broke an arm the last time he was in this building, taking on Grand Forks Red River. Vonish from the right point, slaps it into the zone, works back to Schlenk on the near side wall. Puck loose to Carter Beck, who sweeps in to pick it up. He tried to play it back to center. It was deflected. Nelson will hold it on the left point, turns it into the corner for Beck, who got turned around on a hit from Hodgson, and then Will Lawson body coming in on the backside, who looks like he lost his stick up against the boards. Puck comes back out to the point. Nelson again able to hold it down. Pulled away by Parker Stroh. We got it back to center. Big body of Luke Vonish comes up with the takeaway. Backhands it into the corner. Emery with the touch goes loose to McGarry for Central. He'll play it back to Nelson. Got behind him. There's a race on for the puck. Wigestrand came in with control. Got pulled down from behind. They'll play through that as well. We haven't had a penalty yet tonight. Clock down to 12 minutes to play of the opening period. Hugo's low scoreboard reads 5-0 Central. Chupka up into the offensive end for the Green Wave. Circling. Played it back in front. Shot scores. This will be a goal for Cooper Holm. And the Green Wave will get one back as Holm got loose on top of the crease. And what a play by Chupka to keep the offensive drive alive and get East Grand Forks on the board.
Went around the net, and I think he backhanded that thing, and good play. Fourth liner, isn't he?
Time of the goal will be at 5 minutes. Well, Chupka's been playing with the third line throughout most of the last of the first period and some of the second here, but technically, yes, he's a fourth liner.
But
would have been out there with Emery and Holm tonight.
And
that was a fourth line play, by the way, for East Grand Forks because Holm and Emery were on the ice.
Sure.
And Cooper Holm will get the goal. So Cooper Holm gets goal for East Grand Forks, and there will be an assist for Cole Chupka on the play. That'll be Holm from Chupka at 5 minutes of the second period, and that makes it 5-1. The Green Wave get back to within 4. We'll see if that can spark some life from East Grand Forks as the puck is on their line and loose off the ensuing draw. Puck picked up on the right side, trying to make a crossing pass. Avery looking for Tanner Mack in the high slot. Kennelly steps over the top of it. Landon Parker takes it, got it to Mack, who fires, puts it back right side. Avery digging for it, back to Mack, and Aaron Nielsen's able to reach out and cover it up as that little two-man play right on top of the crease nearly had the East Siders on the board again.
The worm has turned a little bit here. East Side's looking pretty good the last couple of minutes.
11:26 left of the second period. Green Wave down 5-1, getting one back off the draw. Jelly a shot through traffic. It got behind Aaron Nielsen. There was a whistle.
Where's the
Cole Hansen was able to step in and take control of the puck after it got by Nielsen, but the officials lost sight of it, so they blew the whistle. That was still there.
Yeah.
And we'll see another draw coming up in the central end on the right side. It's poked back towards the high slot. Jelly had it, lost it, comes back to the point. Vonish dribbles one through traffic, loose out in front of Nielsen. He'll cover up again, and you can see East Grand Forks has got a little bit of renewed vigor right now. They've been able to turn some things back on.
And that's against Central's first line.
11:16 left of the opening period. Still, or rather, it's the second period, apologies. 5-1 in favor of Grand Forks Central. They were up 5-0 a moment ago, but the Green Wave got one, and they've had some energy since then as Cooper Holm comes up with a score on Cole Chupka's fantastic play. Puck behind the net, Brandon Holt for Central. Looking back up the right side wall, chipped off the boards for Kanta. Kanta coming back to center, trying to find Cole Hansen. Past him into the right corner. Hansen will get over there against Logan Spencer. Back to Kanta. Kanta trying to dig it out, found Brisky, who charges the puck, turns and fires and scores. What a play for Brisky, who's got the Hattie. 3 on the night for Kyler Brisky. Again, digging one through the slot for the hat trick, and the Knights will take the lead back to 5 at 6-1.
He had somebody draped over him, and he just worked, and then kind of spun around and beat. Well, they're going to switch goalies here, Ryan. East Grand Forks.
So they'll make a switch at goaltender tonight. East Grand Forks will go with Hunter Tweet, who will come in to relieve Tucker Brown, who's just had a rough night tonight. Time of that goal will be at 6 minutes and 11 seconds of the second period. And the Green Wave are back down 5 as another individual play for Kyler Brisky gives him the hat trick tonight.
That was a beauty.
We've seen some big individual plays tonight for Grand Forks Central. Brisky does get credit for the goal. It'll be an unassisted goal and perhaps fitting. Time of the goal will be at 6:11. And now up the ice, Panzer waving at a shot. Didn't get all of it. It goes loose to the right side. Tweet paddling at it. Couldn't find control, but it comes out to Gallstead on the right wall, who's quickly covered up by Braden Panzer, and he dumps it back into the offensive end. And now we'll see an offside call against Grand Forks Central, trying to control the loose puck with 10:18 to play in the second period. Hugo's low scoreboard reads 6-1. Our timeouts tonight brought to you by All About Moving and Storage. Big or small, we move and store it all. And New Vision Truck and Accessories, rims, tires, lights, sound. They get it right the first time at New Vision Truck and Accessories. We draw on the Green Wave line. Puck loose back behind the East Grand Forks net. Taken up on the right side for the Green Wave. They've got a new man out there tonight. We didn't see number 29 listed as one of their available players this evening, so a little bit of a change here. And another turn and fire and score for the Green Wave, or rather for the Knights, right in the slot. This will be the second line. Cole Wiggestrand will pick up this goal for Grand Forks Central. Correction, it'll be Parker Stroh that will get the goal, and it's 7-1 in favor of the Knights.
Floodgates are open.
Time of the goal will be at 6 minutes and 57 seconds. And the Knights are up a 6-pack, which, of course, without anything now from East Grand Forks, means the game gets a lot quicker in that third period tonight. Parker Stroh will get the goal.
And I'm sure they're going to try their best to avoid that, East Grand Forks.
We'll see an assist to Lawson Body on that, so it'll be Stroh from Lawson Body at 6:57. And the Knights are up by a score of 7-1. So the goal got East Grand Forks kind of back into some energy, and then 2 straight for Grand Forks Central that has turned the tide right back in front of the Knights. Right side, Tanner Mack fishing for control of the puck, turns in the corner, tried to fight it up the far wall. It was taken away as Kanta puts a body in him, and now Mack will chase Kanta down from behind. Loose on the left side of the net, dumped into the far corner. Josh Nelson will break out with it. It'll be taken up off the boards by Landon Parker, and Parker dumps it down to the offensive end for East Grand Forks. He sweeps at the puck as well. It's loose in the corner, however. A try to get to it by Avery. He couldn't control. Kennelly has a poke checked off his stick from behind. It works to Blaze Miller in the Grand Forks Central slot. He'll dump it back to the near side wall. Will Howard tries to turn it up the boards. He got cut off on the Wave line, and a foot race between Carter Beck and Peter Loyland for control of the puck in the left corner. And now a big shoulder check that time by Jake Jelly comes in and just put Loyland down. Puck goes loose towards the far boards. A turnover picked up by Beck in the high slot. He couldn't control it. It comes back to Jelly, who will chip off the wall. Back to the far side. Long rush by Brandon Holt. He'll drive hard to the offensive end and dumps it to the far corner where Logan Spencer is waiting for the Green Wave. Back to Jelly. Plays it back out to center ice. Picked up on the blue, or rather on the checker line by Hunter Bjerge. Bjerge dumps it down to the right corner of the East Grand Forks zone. And the foot race there. Hansen won it. Turned it back out to Brisky, who crashes the slot. He got stood up by Jelly. The puck goes loose to the far wall. Taken up by Kanta in the corner. He got bodied from behind by Vonish into the corner for Brisky. Brisky exchanges spots, got it back to Hansen. Hansen crossing pass, right side, Arnold to drive, and Tweet will make the save through traffic and holds on for the whistle with 8:04 left of the second period. A 7-1 lead for the Knights.
Nice play there by Central. Hansen getting the puck to Arnold. Arnold had a pretty good look at the net, but he shot it right into the goalie.
Halfway through the second period in this one tonight here at Purpur Arena. And some of the drama taken out of this one early tonight by Grand Forks Central. They scored 4 in the opening period, went up 5-0 early in the second on our Hugo's Low scoring summary. And after the Green Wave picked up a goal, Central comes back with 2 to make it 7-1. They lead by a half dozen, under 8 to play in the second period of action. Puck in the right corner, Brandon Anderson weaving it up the wall. Braden Panzer was there to hold it down. It works back to trouble for the Green Wave to Parker Anderson on the right boards, and he'll dump it back into the Grand Forks Central end. Long race to get to it, but the race is won by Hodgson, who circles back, or actually rather Bierge circles back to the far wall. It goes loose. Mason Pullman had it high slot, but waved over the top on a wrister, and the puck comes back towards the right wall for Central. It's brought up by Spicer. He tried to drop it off for Panzer, and Central will be offside with 7:26 left of the second period. Intermission report brought to you by Roston Auto Sales tonight. Coming up in our second intermission, we'll update you on the standings in the Western Dakota Association as well as we get close to tournament time. The WDA closing in on the end of their regular season, and right now 1 goal separates the top 2 teams in the WDA. We'll give you that story coming up in our intermission report. Off the end wall, Trey Osmus dumping it towards the far corner for the Green Wave. Avery trying to pull it free, was able to take it, puts it back behind the net for Osmus. Osmus will turn it back out towards the right side. Parker trying to drift up the boards with a puck. He'll pick it up at the checkered line, drives into the offensive end on his forehand side. A shot from long range, whizzes up over the crossbar. Loose puck to Nelson, plays it back to the corner. Osmus a drive, deflected out in front of the net by Hodgson. Hodgson stood up, puts it back behind the net. Mack will curl over into the corner. He looks to play it back to the high slot. Parker stepping between defenders. Hodgson will take it off his stick, plays it back towards the near wall. Osmus trying to hold the footing in the offensive end for the Green Wave. He's up against a spirited play with Parker Stroh on the right boards for Grand Forks Central. Parker able to pull it free. It comes back towards the point. Jelly will play it down the wall. Rings back towards the far corner. Vonish holds it with a skate. Then got turned away from behind. It goes loose on the wall with McCary. Back to Jelly on the point, who dumps it in. Loose behind the net. Picked up on the far side by Tucker Hodgson. Correction, McGarry. McGarry plays it up the wall. Lawson body got turned around for control. Wigestrand following him, got it back in the neutral zone, but Carter Beck dumps it back across the line. Lawson body, a touch pass, turned it over. Beck goes sailing through defenders, got turned around as he got to the high slot, and McGarry with a touch on the loose puck into the far corner for Wigestrand. It goes loose again right side. Schlink over the top of the puck. Lawson body battles with a glove in the ear against Carter Beck for control. It's Lawson body that won it, took it back to the near side wall, then lost it again behind him. McGarry will pick it up on the far boards, sends it up at center for Wigestrand. A touch by Lawson body, and back to the checkered line again, where will be sent down by McGarry on a backhand play. That fought it back into the East Grand Forks end, but a long pass by Logan Spencer reaching for Parker Anderson as the Green Wave came back the other way. Anderson can't get to it. Icing is the call, and we'll go back into the Green Wave zone for a draw with 5:34 left in a 7-1 game for the Knights.
Green Wave have really had a hard time connecting on passes tonight. They've missed a lot of chances.
That last shift was quality hockey, though. I mean, we saw that played basically from the top of the circle to the top of the circles both ways.
You bet.
Good, gritty shift for both teams. And we'll draw in the East Grand Forks zone after the icing call. The puck to Blaze Miller back behind the net. He gets into a battle behind the net with Luke Vonish for the Green Wave, and Vonish was able to dump it back up the left wall. Now the race on in the corner. Will Howard reaching for control of the puck. Comes out as far as the half wall. Pullman steps in from behind on Kennelly. Kennelly turned it down the boards. Loose again out at center. Brandon Holt picks it up. Loyland trying to touch it up the ice. Able to knock down Gallstead. Loose puck to Pullman. Pullman able to pull around the defense of Brandon Holt, but Holt put a body into Pullman to hold him away from jumping at the puck, and now it's Holt, or rather Brandon Holt, that picks it up back behind the net. It'll come back out to Kennelly. Kennelly drives it towards the Green Wave and then poked back down towards the net by East Grand Forks. Touch on the far side wall. Blaze Miller chasing after it. Anderson had a touch for the Green Wave, couldn't hold it. Now it's Kennelly down the far wall. Circles back behind Hunter Tweet, who's in the net, relieving Tucker Brown, who gave up 6 in his stint so far tonight. Back up the ice, Blaze Miller right in the slot looking for a pass, broken up by Treble. Treble rings it back towards the left wall, goes loose behind the net once again. Miller a bit slow to get up after a collision over in the far corner for Grand Forks Central. Puck comes back out to center, And a battle is on the line. That's taken away by Brandon Anderson for East Grand Forks. He backhands it up into the central zone. Hodgson will turn it around. Looks back up the far wall. Big hit. Treble just sandwiches into Brisky. Puck to the far side, and Cole Hansen with a one-timer that comes up over the crossbar, set up by Lucas Canta. They nearly connected for another. Puck back to center ice. Picked away by Emery for East Grand Forks. He trips up on the Grand Forks central line, and Brisky will take the loose puck, circling back behind his own net. Plays it back into the far corner. Foot race to get to it. Bjerge looks up the ice, was able to find Cole Hansen. Stretch pass to the right side. He looks at Brisky on the half wall. Brisky slashing his way back towards the puck on top of the near circle, but it's Landon Parker that breaks out with Cole Avery for the Green Wave, and Avery drives back into the central zone. Parker behind the net. Avery with a touch. Hit by Canta from behind. Now Cole Hansen ties up with Parker. Hansen was able to fight it free. That's good work on the back check by Cole Hansen, who's already got 5 points tonight, but got it done defensively. Down to 3:20 to play in the second period. Still a 7-1 lead for Grand Forks Central over East Grand Forks. Huge collision on the far wall. Avery was able to pick up the loose puck. Turns it back to Nelson. A touch by Osmus into the neutral zone. A rather chase up by Cole Spicer, but he couldn't hold the puck. It'll go loose into the corner of the central zone. Nielsen picks it up behind the net. Puck circles out towards the far wall. Held in on the point by Luke Vonish, and the Green Wave go back to work offensively. It'll go rink wide towards the left wall. Spencer in the neutral zone trying to dump it back into Central's end. A turn at the checkered line, and Schlink that pokes it back down towards the Knights. Brandon Holt back behind the net, circles it back towards the near side corner. Arnold trying to make a play up the near wall. Comes out to Spencer. He got a flailing shot away, and it dives wide of the net to the left. Aaron Nielsen looking for it. Didn't really have a play on it. Comes back to Jelly on top of the circle for East Grand Forks. He turns it towards Beck in the far corner, but it comes free back behind the central net, and this is dumped way up into the crowd on what we can call a bit of a mishandle by Brandon Holt. And what we mean by a bit of a mishandle is he dumped it all the way across the seats on the near side of the rink and out into the walkway back behind the press box.
At least
that's a mishandle.
He didn't hit anybody.
Right. That's the good thing that came out of that, is that puck didn't strike anyone, because that went behind us tonight. That was a bit of a misplay by Brandon Holt. 7-1, Grand Forks Central. On top by a half dozen, we draw in the night zone. The puck comes back towards the right side. Stroh a little play up the ice looking for Lawson Body. Breakout pass to Stroh on the right side wall, and that will be touched offside, or will it be an icing call?
I think it was offside.
We'll wait and see. It looks like it is an offside call. And so we'll draw on the Green Wave line with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left.
Only thing to be determined is if it's going to be running time in the third here to end the second.
East Grand Forks needs to get one with the final 2:05, or else it will be running time to at least start the third. Little shot on Tweet that he's able to knock away. Hodgson goes looking for the loose puck in the corner. Brandon Anderson, a huge hit with the elbow up. And remember, we haven't seen a single penalty call in this one so far tonight. It's been clean hockey. Puck on the right side boards. Wiggestrand digging for it. Chipped up in the air towards Tweed at the net. And it goes loose on a little backhanded play across the crease. The only man there, however, was Jackson Gallstead. Comes back to Lawson Body, who took a hit from behind, circling out. Wiggestrand picks up the loose puck, turns it back to the point. Drive in. Tweet kicks it aside. Lawson Body, the rebound that's driven wide. Back towards Lawson Body, but broken up by Brandon Anderson as that got into the slot. And Bjerge will go back to his own line to pick it up. East Grand Forks trying to change against it. Central nearly had them caught, but the puck got broken up on the near side line. And Tanner Mack looking for control of the puck back on the Green Wave line for East Grand Forks, trying to turn it back the other direction.
Offside.
Touch up the ice by Brandon Anderson. That'll be icing. And we'll come back into the Green Wave zone for a draw with 1:12 left to play. Shots on goal, 24-13 Central. That was a 10 shot on goal advantage for East Grand Forks when they played in the beginning of January over at Civic Center Arena. So that's really turned around tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this is not even close.
We'll draw back in the East Grand Forks end. The puck comes out towards the right side. Jelly trying to chase it up into the neutral zone. Correction, Landon Parker. It goes free on the near side of the Central ice, and now picked up by Kennelly, who widens out in the high slot. Rister hit the crossbar. He had an opportunity, and he comes up just wide on that chance to put in the 8th goal of the night for Grand Forks Central. Puck dug for in the right corner, and it rings back out towards the far wall. Loyland able to dump it back behind the net. Nelson picks it up. Backhanded play to Landon Parker on the near wall. Tanner Mack racing up into the neutral zone. Mack got turned around. Brandon Holt played it back towards center. Nelson picking it up. Little chip away that time by Kennelly. Puck picked up in the back back in by Trey Osmus for East Grand Forks. He turns it up the wall looking for Avery. Chip play out to Tanner Mack. Rushing the far boards, down numbers. Had a poke checked off his stick. Tucker Hodgson takes control. 20 seconds left of the second period. The Knights on top by 6. They look to be destined to go into the third with a running time situation. Vonish picking it up, turning it back up the far wall. Able to make a breakout pass for Jelly. Jelly will dump it into the offensive end off the corner. Touched up by Bjerge. He'll work it back left side, down to 2, down to 1, and that is the end of the second period of play tonight. And we'll go to our second intermission. Another big period for Grand Forks Central. The Green Wave got one back to cut a 5-goal lead to 4, but East Grand Forks gives up 2 more. And at the end of the second period of play, your Hugo's Low scoreboard reads Grand Forks Central 7, East Grand Forks 1. We'll come back with our intermission report brought to you by Roston Auto Sales. Service, reliability, and quality. That's Roston Auto Sales and Applegren Construction, building homes around what truly matters. This is Green Wave on Knights Hockey on KNOX and the Franson Bank and Trust, Mayville State University Sports Network.
At Mayville State University, you're not a number. You're an important member of the Comet family. Your journey to success at Mayville State will include small class sizes, hands-on learning, accomplished and helpful instructors, and many athletic, arts, and leadership opportunities, all at an affordable price. Pursue associate's and bachelor's degrees online or on campus. Go to mayvillestate.edu/visit to learn more and to sign up for a campus visit today. Mayville State University, your success is closer than you think.
When you simplify, you have more time for life. Simplify your life with Hugo's Family Marketplace. No time to run to the grocery store? Hugo's can help. Just click on GoHugos.com and place your order online. We'll fill your order, and you can either pick it up curbside or have it delivered to your home or business. It's really that easy. Just go to GoHugos.com for all the details.
More low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Confused by so many marketing options? Herald Multimedia is delivering results. Our print products are delivered to 80% of all homes in Grand Forks, and GrandForksHerald.com averages 45,000 visitors daily. But Herald Multimedia is so much more. Let our experts come help you with all of your marketing needs. Ask us how we can deliver results.
When you simplify, you have more time for life. Simplify your life with Hugo's Family Marketplace. When the eternal question arises, what's for dinner? Hugo's has the answer in their deli department. Choose from hearty to heart-healthy with a wide variety of convenient take-home choices and ready-to-eat options. From sandwiches to salads to main entrees, let Hugo's do the cooking tonight.
More low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
One night, 2 games, 4 teams. It's a great night of football presented by Grand Forks Herald and All True Advanced Orthopedics, as well as the following sponsors. It's the first annual Sugar Beet Classic, October 7th at Alara Center. Starting at 4:30, Grand Forks Central takes on West Fargo. At 7:30, Grand Forks Red River will take on Fargo Davies. Don't miss the Sugar Beet Classic, October 7th at Alara Center.
At Mayville State University, you're not a number. You're an important member of the Comet family. Your journey to success at Mayville State will include small class sizes, hands-on learning, accomplished and helpful instructors, and many athletic, arts, and leadership opportunities, all at an affordable price. Pursue associate's and bachelor's degrees online or on campus. Go to mayvillestate.edu/visit to learn more and to sign up for a campus visit today. Mayville State University, your success is closer than you think.
Second intermission tonight is Grand Forks Central 7 and East Grand Forks 1 after 2 periods of play tonight on our Hugo's Low scoreboard. We welcome you back to live coverage of Green Wave and Knights hockey tonight on KNOX and the Franson Bank and Trust, Mayville State University Sports Network. And our second intermission tonight is brought to you by Roston Auto Sales. Service, reliability, and quality. That's Roston Auto Sales and Applegren Construction, building homes around what truly matters. We'll take a look at our scoring summary as we go into the second period of play, and later in our intermission report, we'll take you through the latest in standings that we have in the Western Dakota Association for hockey tonight. But a look at our second period scoring this evening, and the score sheet filling up rapidly tonight for Grand Forks Central. As you know, 7 goals already. East Grand Forks got one back after Central scored the first of the second period. Cole Hansen comes up with his 5th point of the night, taking pucks from Luke Canta, Tucker Hodgson. I should say the puck from Canta and Hodgson. And Cole Hansen scores his 5th point of the night, his first goal, and that made it 5-0. But Cooper Holm came back. Cole Chupka with a tremendous play for East Grand Forks. Chupka chasing a puck into the offensive end, wrapped it all the way around the net, and was able to come back and make a great play out towards a one-timer that Cooper Holm was waiting for. He scores to turn it into a 5-1 game at that point, and East Grand Forks had a pretty good shift coming back after that as well. You felt like they were getting back into it, but the next 2 goals would go to Central. Kyler Brisky with an unbelievable play as he goes all by himself, fighting through traffic into the corner, drags the puck back into the slot, scores on his forehand side, made it 6-1, and then 7-1, Parker Stroh scoring from Will Lawson-Body. And Lawson-Body and Stroh getting on the score sheet tonight to turn this into a 7-1 game at the end of 2 periods of play. Your shots on goal, 24-13 in favor of Grand Forks Central, and after 2, it's 7-1 in favor of the Knights over the Green Wave. We'll come back. We'll take a look at those standings in the Western Dakota Association. For those of you that keep track of the high school hockey scene, this is Green Wave Hockey and Knights Hockey on KNOX and KNOXradio.com.
1 night, 2 games, 4 teams. It's a great night of football presented by Grand Forks Herald and All True Advanced Orthopedics, as well as the following sponsors. It's the first annual Sugar Beet Classic, October 7th at Alara Center. Starting at 4:30, Grand Forks Central takes on West Fargo. At 7:30, Grand Forks Red River will take on Fargo Davies. Don't miss the Sugar Beet Classic, October 7th at Alara Center.
At Mayville State University, you're not a number. You're an important member of the Comet family. Your journey to success at Mayville State will include small class sizes, hands-on learning, accomplished and helpful instructors, and many athletic, arts, and leadership opportunities, all at an affordable price. Pursue associate's and bachelor's degrees online or on campus. Go to mayvillestate.edu/visit to learn more and to sign up for a campus visit today. Mayville State University, your success is closer than you think.
Welcome back to Green Wave and Knights Hockey tonight on KNOX and the Franson Bank and Trust, Mayville State University Sports Network. We're through 2 periods of play tonight after 2. Your score is Grand Forks Central 7 and East Grand Forks 1, with the Knights on top and the shots on goal advantage 24-13. Our Hugo's Low scoreboard reading 7-1 Knights over the Green Wave as we take a look at our Western Dakota Association hockey standings tonight. And as we mentioned, there is 1 goal that separates the top 2 teams in the WDA. Bismarck High with 33 points, Bismarck Century with 27. Those 2 teams played in the regular season. It was a 1-0 game for Bismarck High over Bismarck Century when everybody thought that it would be the Patriots that would be the team to beat out in the West region. And then what you see after that is kind of a jumble. 6-10 or 6-10-1 for Jamestown, 6-10-0 for Minot. They go with 19 points and 15 points respectively. Now on our Hugo's Low scoreboard, we can tell you that Minot wins in a non-conference matchup tonight, so they'll now be 7-10 as they get a win over Grafton Park River tonight by a score of 5-1. Dickinson, with a record of 11-6, has only 15 points in the league and is currently in a tie for 4th. And that is a big spot. Dickinson was figuring to be a part of the state tournament mix. Mandan 12 points, Williston 5, Bottineau Rugby with 3. Hazen Beulah's not playing for points in the West region. So, Kevin, Bismarck High, Bismarck Century, a little bit of a surprise up on top of the WDA standings right now.
You bet. But you look at the nothing against Century's coaching staff, but Peluso's a great coach for Bismarck High.
He'll find a way.
Yep. And Jamestown, I tell you what, they've been a surprise.
They have been.
Yep.
There were a lot of people that didn't think Jamestown would challenge for a state tournament position this year, and right now they're in position to do that.
They're doing a great job.
And so at that point, it's kind of an interesting situation out in the West. Now we'll get one more look at the WDA. The reason why we tell you about that is because at the end of the regular season, the makeup date is set for February 9th. We'll see the rematch of the state championship game just before the East Region tournament. Central will go up against Century. That'll be here in this building coming up on February 9th to end the regular season for both teams.
All I got to say is good luck, Century.
With the way Central's playing right now, you might be on to something there. Absolutely. Hugo's low scoreboard update will do it for you. Our intermission report brought to you tonight by Roston Auto Sales. Service, reliability, and quality. That's Roston Auto Sales. And also brought to you tonight by Apple Grin Construction, building homes around what truly matters. After 2, it's Central 7 and East Grand Forks 1. And the third period is on the way in a moment on KNOX and the Franson Bank and Trust Mayville State University Sports Network.
When you simplify, you have more time for life. Simplify your life with Hugo's Family Marketplace. No time to run to the grocery store? Hugo's can help. Just click on GoHugos.com and place your order online. We'll fill your order, and you can either pick it up curbside or have it delivered to your home or business. It's really that easy. Just go to GoHugos.com for all the details.
More low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Confused by so many marketing options?
With space available,
Multimedia is delivering results. Our print products are delivered to 80% of all homes in Grand Forks, and GrandForksHerald.com averages 45,000 visitors daily. But Herald Multimedia is so much more. Let our experts come help you with all of your marketing needs.
When you simplify, you have more time for life. Simplify your life with Hugo's Family Marketplace. When the eternal question arises, what's for dinner? Hugo's has the answer in their deli department. Choose from hearty to heart healthy with a wide variety of convenient take-home choices and ready-to-eat options. From sandwiches to salads to main entrees, let Hugo's do the cooking tonight.
More low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Confused by so many marketing options? Herald Multimedia is delivering results. Our print products are delivered to 80% of all homes in Grand Forks, and GrandForksHerald.com averages 45,000 visitors daily. But Herald Multimedia is so much more. Let our experts come help you with all of your marketing needs.
Welcome back to Purpur Arena as we continue with our intermission report tonight, brought to you by Roston Auto Sales and Apple Grid Construction. Hugo's low scoreboard reads 7-1 in favor of Grand Forks Central over East Grand Forks. We get ready for third period action. Our Hugo's low scoreboard, an update on that so far this evening, shows us that Red River was down 1-0 after a period. We've seen no update in that game as of yet, so at this point we just go with a 1-0 score in favor of Fargo Davies over Grand Forks Red River down in Fargo. And here's one that kind of catches your eye tonight. EDC basketball, West Fargo defeats Valley City 116-61. A high school basketball game, 116-61.
That's what you call pouring it on.
That's my hometown. And
you a little upset?
Well, no, I mean, you know, it is what it is, but it's 116 points.
Yeah, I mean, I think he could have played a few reserves, but
well,
not.
I think he did. And from the looks of it, from the looks of it, it looked like they did play a few reserves.
Okay, good.
I mean, but sometimes there's only so much you can do at that point, right? So the clock will run continuously to start in this third period. It is a 6-goal lead, and the continuous clock rule is 6 goals or more in the third period. The clock runs, so things tend to get awfully short when you get into these types of situations, and the Green Wave will have a tough task trying to come back in this one. They're going to mix and match a little bit. Second line will go out there. It will be Carter Beck to take the draw. against Cole Hansen for Grand Forks Central. The Knights win the draw, and the loose puck is picked up near side by Tucker Hodgson, who will float it back behind the net. Logan Spencer picks it up for the Green Wave, turns it up the wall to Carson Schlenk, but it's held on the point by Bjerge, who got a shot through, but it goes wide of the net. Hodgson looking to pick it up. Into the corner, Lucas Canta, and I have to make a correction. It is Twite that's in the goal, not Tweet for East Grand Forks. I got a correction on that from a viewer tonight on KNOXradio.com in Orlando, Florida.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Nice to see. And thank you for the correction, by the way. Schlenk on the right side wall, turns it back out into the neutral zone. Bjerge picks it up on the checkered line, puts it back in, and Central will kind of reform as they'll make a change. Vanish back behind the net, turns it back to Spencer in the left corner. Spencer back to Vanish on the right side. A chip up the near side wall. Chupka got turned around on the line. Canta will poke it down and then goes off on a change as Cole Wiggestrand gave chase. Back to Chupka, drives through the neutral zone. He takes it back on a pass from Mack, and that was poke checked away by big play by Parker Stroh, getting back defensively. Stroh comes up right side point, drives one in. Twite will reach down, covers it up with a whistle. We get a little pushing and shoving on the backside. And I think a couple of guys are going to find the bin. At least one of them is going to find the bin.
First
it might be the first
game.
penalty of the night.
Yep.
And we're going to see Parker Stroh going in for roughing. That'll be the first penalty of the night. Time of the penalty will be at 1:22. Stroh will take the first penalty. Now, the clock continues to run here.
It's good to see that East Side's kind of playing the guys that are playing. I mean, Chupka's been out there a lot. He's had a good game. I mean,
and for those of you that are watching on KNOXradio.com, you can see the clock is running while nothing's happening. That is the rule that we have. And so the power play actually already down to 1:41 as they put the puck on the ice. That's the kind of thing that happens in these types of situations. So Stroh takes a penalty for roughing. Time of the penalty at 1:22, and the Knights are shorthanded. The Green Wave on the Palmasino Financial Services power play. Tanner Mack will pick up the puck, drives into the neutral zone, widens out towards the far wall, drops it off behind him, looking for a little bit of a charge coming in from Logan Spencer. That was taken off Spencer's stick and cleared by the Knights' penalty kill. It'll flow back behind the net, and Osmus will pick it up for East Grand Forks, circling out towards the right wall. He'll bring it back towards the near side ice. Landon Parker driving up into the neutral zone. Was able to fight to Avery, who goes down the slot for Mason Pullman. Pullman picks it up out of the corner, turns it back towards the near side boards. This will float back out towards the Knights line. Canta brings it up. Found Cole Hansen driving through defenders, fires. Dwight kicks it away. Loose puck. Canta turns, fires, and scores.
Wow.
It'll be a shorthander for Lucas Canta. Dwight kicked away the first attempt by Hansen. The second one, though, Canta all by himself in the slot. Canta has the second hat trick of the night for Grand Forks Central. The Knights are up 8-1.
Hansen probably get an assist on that one. Great play.
Shorthanded goal for Lucas Canta. And as we mentioned, it's a hat trick now for Lucas Canta tonight.
So we got one for Brisky and one for Hansen.
Brisky with the hattie to get started tonight. And now Canta has the hat trick as well. There will be an assist for Cole Hansen.
So he's got 1 and 5.
And Hunter Bjerge picks up an assist. That'll be his second point tonight. Yeah, Cole Hansen with 6 points tonight for Grand Forks Central. That's a shorthanded goal. And the penalty will run out after an icing call against East Grand Forks. So the Knights' penalty comes to an end.
Time to get this one over with, I think.
Yeah, this is a tough one. 8-1 your score. Grand Forks Central with a 7-goal lead on East Grand Forks, down to 13-20 remaining in the third period. And again, the clock running, and a shot by Bjerge that somehow got through. Loose puck being battled for, top of the crease, floats to the right. Dwight was open for a moment, but it ends up coming into the boards, and Gallstead will pick it up, backhanding it towards the right side wall for Ethan Treble. He'll thread one through the neutral zone, and this will go just wide of the net for icing again. 13 minutes and counting as the clock just continues to run in this situation. Well, we kind of expected something a little bit different than this tonight. The first one was competitive going into the third period. That was over at Civic Center Arena. Central kind of took care of this one in the first period.
I probably would have picked Central by 3 goals tonight, but definitely not by 7.
Yeah, that's a shot from the point that goes in on Twite. He'll kick it away. Emery picks up the puck off the wall after a draw in the East Grand Forks end. It's taken loose, and a drive by Spicer that goes low in on Twite. He'll make the glove play. Twite holds on to it.
Good playing time for Twite.
There's a central connection amongst the goaltenders for East Grand Forks as well. They have a junior that's currently handling their JV. Austin Cooley has been over there.
Yep.
And so maybe something of the future for East Grand Forks. Puck into the far corner. Spencer picking it up. Cooley used to be a Central goalie. Played in Sioux Falls for a while. and is currently sitting out on the transfer situation. Puck comes free into the Grand Forks Central end. Brandon Holt picks it up, works it off right side. Braden Panzer chip off the glass and a float into the Green Wave end. And a good fight going on behind that play between Chase Spicer. He was chasing down, I believe, Logan Spencer. Actually, it was Mason Pullman for control of the puck. And the puck will end up floating back into the central zone. In the corner, Carson Schlenk picking it up off the back wall. Floats out in front. Little paddle play that was made on that one by Aaron Nielsen, who stays in the crease for Grand Forks Central at this point, despite the 7-goal lead. Josh Nelson back in the Green Wave end, turns it up towards the right side wall. Chupka with a touch into the neutral zone and then quickly bladed back down into the East Grand Forks end behind the Green Wave net. Comes out left side, played back to Chupka on the near side. Chupka driving up the ice, trying to pull around Bjerge, but Bjerge put a hit in on Chupka, put him down on the ice. Puck goes free and it's picked up on the far side wall for the Knights by Blaze Miller. Miller brings it up into the neutral zone, then had it poke checked away. It'll go free back towards the net, and Aaron Nielsen will cover and hold for a whistle with 10:58 and counting in the third period. Continuous clock rule. This one not yet 9 o'clock tonight, so we got started right on time this evening, and it looks like it's going to be perhaps a bit of an early night this evening as well.
Bet.
More hockey tomorrow night, KNOX Radio. Join us. You'll hear the audio coverage here on KNOXradio.com. We'll be in Grafton, where the Spoilers will try to play spoiler on Grand Forks Red River, who will come out of their showdown tonight either in second place or perhaps in fourth place after the night is over as they play Fargo Davies as we speak. We'll have that for you coming up tomorrow night with a 7:05 pregame report from Grafton. Puck on the far side wall. The Knights going chasing after it. It comes back out to the line, though, and Avery with a touch for East Grand Forks up into the offensive end. Adam Arnold comes to run him down along the wall. Back behind the net, picked up on the far boards by Hunter Bjerge. Bjerge tries to poke it up the wall. It's returned back behind the net. Arnold the chase for the Knights. Got tied up in the near side corner. Puck works back out towards the point. Pullman sends it back towards the net. Nielsen knocks one down with a twig and decides to cover for the whistle with 9:50 and counting left in the third.
Central's not
they're not letting
off
up
the gas. No.
Yeah,
they're playing hard.
Well, and again, their last game, an overtime game with Grand Forks Red River that maybe surprised some people. And now they're trying to sort of show once again that maybe that game might, I don't want to say a fluke, because whenever Central and Red River get together, we've seen some great games, but trying to show that maybe there is no real crack in the armor here. Brandon McGarry with a play from the point that floats one in towards the slot. Ethan Trouble picks it away for the Green Wave. Skates back up the right side wall. Got as far as the central line and then got turned around. Holm making a play for it. He's got the lone goal tonight for the Green Wave. Sent back down the far side wall for the Knights by Parker Stroh. Stroh goes chasing after it, but it's turned out into the far side corner. Trouble trying to turn it up the boards. Put it around Emery, who was looking for a chip. He couldn't find it. That'll be icing. And we'll go back into the Green Wave zone to draw with under 9 to play now in the third period. Live coverage of high school hockey tonight. News Radio 1310 KNOX AM Grand Forks, 107.9 KNOX FM, and online at KNOXradio.com. We thank you for joining us tonight. Our timeout's brought to you by All About Moving and Storage. Big or small, we move and store it all at New Vision Truck and Accessories, where they don't need timeouts to get your ride right. They get it right the first time. Beck into the corner off the draw, turns it back to Spencer, left side for Landon Parker. Breakout into the neutral zone, goes free. Beck will pick it up off the wall, drives into the offensive end. Bad angle shot, Nielsen glove save, and he holds on for the whistle and will continue to do so with the clock now down to 8:10 left of the third period. So again, the third period winds away rather quickly.
Central's playing a good game. I mean, their defensemen are awesome, and goaltending has been good. Their forwards are obviously pretty good. I mean, they got it all going.
Draw comes out to the point. Shot whistles in wide into the near side corner. A little pushing and shoving match along the left wall for control. This is turned back into the offensive end by Carter Beck, and then he'll be summoned off on a change. Out into the neutral zone, Cole Hansen bringing it up the wall. Got turned around in the far half wall. Kanta will blade it back down to the corner. A touch out of that corner for Brisky. Kanta the hat trick. Brisky with a hat trick tonight. It's Brisky in the corner. Poking one past the goal line. Will be taken up by Vonish behind the Green Wave net, who slipped a bit coming out from behind the net. Lost his momentum, but gains it back and stick handles back towards the far wall where Parker picks up the puck. He comes back to center. Mack with a drive that goes wide. Nielsen punching at it with the stick hand. Didn't have to make a play. Puck comes over on the near side wall. Back into the slot. Chupka racing after a loose puck. It's fought loose towards the far wall by Braden Panzer. And now Trey Osmus picks it up for the Green Wave. Osmus dumping back into the near corner. Be taken off the wall by Loyland for Central. He turns it back right side to Brandon Holt. Then Panzer taking a hit from Landon Parker. It's free on the far boards and stood up trying to make a play into the neutral zone was Spicer. It goes loose again. Spicer can't make the touch or he's offside. He'll wait along the wall through a body. Parker shovels it back up into the neutral zone. And now Spicer chasing him just a bit. We'll see a whistle on the far boards. Either an offside call against the Green Wave or a penalty coming up.
I think it's offside.
Clock down to 6:35 left of the third. Still 8-1. Grand Forks Central on the Hugo's Low scoreboard with a 7-point lead. Timeouts brought to you tonight by New Vision Truck and Accessories and All About Moving and Storage. And the Knights will win control to draw. On the near side wall, Hunter Bierge will dump it into the offensive end. Osmus just waving the stick at it in the far corner. Played at the wall to Parker Anderson. Pullman knocks it down with a skate. Up to the checkered line, a touch by Holm, got wide of him, comes back towards the near boards, and Panzer pulling up into the offensive end with Josh Nelson in his back pocket. Goes loose in the corner. Spicer pulled it free, knocked away again. Nelson plays it back out to the right point, loading up Arnold with a slap shot. Twite makes a backhand glove save. He'll hold for a stop with 5:50 left of the third and counting.
Twite's played pretty well.
He has.
After coming in, yeah.
Got hit a couple on a couple early, which is tough to do when you're a reserve goalie like that.
It's got to be tough to come in when you don't think you're going to be playing, and then all of a sudden you're out there.
You're out there against a team like Central. On top of that, puck into the far corner. Trouble picks it up. Found Emery back up on the line. Was about to say a lot of the reschedules have been complete now for the games that were lost on the North Dakota side for sure. Due to the weather, Grand Forks Central will play Devils Lake coming up on Monday night in hockey. That'll be over at Burdick Arena in Devils Lake. And Red River is set to go over to Devils Lake in the Sports Center that night for a doubleheader in basketball as Kennelly pulls one away and comes up over the crossbar with a shot attempt. And we'll draw in the Green Wave zone with 5 minutes to play in the third. Red River plays that doubleheader against a Devils Lake girls team that's ranked number 2 in North Dakota. And that'll be an EDC matchup that's right in the middle of the standings for both Red River and Devils Lake coming up on Monday night. And also, Sacred Heart had a big boys basketball game with Badger Greenbush Middle River that was wiped out due to the weather.
Yep.
And they'll be making that up down the road as well. We'll see Sacred Heart on Saturday when they're at home against Crookston in the Lions shootout at Central High School. We'll have 3 of those games on KNOX radio coming up on Saturday afternoon.
Hear anything on East Side and Crookston girls?
I have not.
Okay.
Not yet. I haven't seen that on a scoreboard update yet tonight. Down to 4:15 left of the third period here in running time. It's 8-1 Grand Forks Central on top of East Grand Forks. Puck out in the neutral zone. Kennelly rushing up ice ahead of his own team changing. Drops it off. Howard with a wrist shot from the right point. That's kicked away by Twite. The puck goes loose into the corner. Jelly will take control. Had it poked loose by Kennelly, and the puck will float free to the near side wall. Nelson waiting for it right along the checker line, but this floated back as far as the Central bench. Breaks out with Wiggestrand at center. Wiggestrand looking to Lawson body on the right wall, who will ring it back behind the net. Nelson circles over towards the left corner of the Green Wave zone to take control, and it works out to Carter Beck on the line. 8-1 with 3:35 left of the third period. Central just minutes away from clinching the Gambucci Cup once again. Third straight year they'll hold the cup, and Central will remain undefeated with a record of 16-0 after this matchup. 2 years ago, Central was undefeated wire to wire. Last year, undefeated against North Dakota teams. Their only loss in 3 years of hockey has been to East Grand Forks.
You know what? I was looking the other day. I think their last loss, East Region regular season, was 2016.
And that would have been to Red River when they went undefeated. As Wiggestrand breaks it out, drops it off on top of the slot. A drive in by Lawson Body. That was a pretty play. Just couldn't get a shot free. He'll pick up his own loose puck on the left wall. Turns it back to the near point. Bierge loads up for a slapper, deflected by traffic. Brandon Anderson picks up the loose and will drop it off the far side wall. And it took a funny hop on the right side off of an official. And insult added to injury as Central gets an opportunity to cycle in the offensive end after it hit one of the officials on the far side in the back of the skate. Boy, when it rains, it pours, I guess.
And we got the Gambucci Cup champs here, Grand Forks Central Knights.
Gambucci Cup is sponsored by KNOX Radio. Yep. And we're happy to do that for the in-town rivalry between these 3 great hockey teams. Loose puck to Osmus off the draw with the clock down to 2:15 left of the third. 8-1, Grand Forks Central by 7. Mason Pullman racing up the ice. Good hit of seam for Pullman. Ends up losing an edge in the corner. Parker Anderson steps in, trying to maintain control of the puck. It comes back out to Cole Spicer. Spicer trying to chase his way up into the neutral zone. Got held up. Chase Spicer picked up the loose puck, but now Nelson will win it for East Grand Forks. Works back towards the right side. A drive into the neutral zone by Avery to Nelson along the wall. Wrestled free by Spicer. Loose in the high slot. Anderson a chance. Also Pullman. But the puck is knocked free and comes back out to Nelson in the neutral zone. Spicer a touch. Got turned away by Avery, who will drive it up into the offensive end. And now Spicer picks it away again. He goes looking up the far boards. Just a bit too strong for Braden Panzer, and now that line coming off. It'll be taken up on the far side by Osmus, who puts it up in the offensive end. A shot from the point by Emery that goes wide. Comes back to the right point. Vaughn is trying to hold it, could not. Loose puck to Kennelly. He's in by himself on Twite. Twite with a great play out on top of the crease using the paddle. Back to Kennelly, who waves on a one-timer in the bottom of the circle. Down to 1:10 left. And the puck into the far corner where Blaze Miller will pick it up. He puts it back at Kennelly, who crashes, and Twite makes a stop. And now pushing and shoving on the end of it. And just about everybody's involved except for Twite, who will head for Calmer Seas over in the left corner.
I don't blame him.
Well, let's face it, there's 12 players on the ice right now, and 10 of them are involved in this scrum out in front of the net. And the reason why the other 2 aren't there is because you saw Twite head over into the corner and it was too far for Aaron Nielsen to skate to get into it. So they'll separate that. And we'll see some bodies go in. Cooper Holm is going to go in for East Grand Forks.
Vanish.
Howard's going in for Central. Vanish will go in for the Green Wave. Hodgson's going in for Central.
By the time they announce season, it's going to be over.
It'll look like this is kind of...
Yeah, they're already lining up.
It's down to 15 seconds left in the third. It's reminiscent of UND's game on Saturday night, a party in the box at the end of the game where there's 4 guys hanging out, but they won't serve any time.
Yep.
As we'll see 2-1, that's it. And Grand Forks Central will win the Gambucci Cup by a final of 8-1 tonight over East Grand Forks. Domination in the opening period. Couple of big shifts in the second for East Grand Forks, but Central shows you how good they are tonight, and Central celebrates their 16th win of the season.
All phases they were good tonight. Defense, goaltending, forwards. I mean, they were right on tonight, and they kicked East Side's butt a little bit.
Yeah, they did. And we're going to wait here and see if we can watch the presentation of the cup, because I believe they do have that.
They have it here?
Well, it's always here because Central's got it, right? So it's always in the locker room. So they'll kind of bring it out and show it to the crowd, and then that will be the end of the presentation ceremony. Our post-game report is on the way, brought to you by Franson Bank and Trust and Mayville State University. We'll have our scoring summary and our 3 stars of the game, so stay with us for that.
Spicers are going out there.
And then we'll wrap it up. So we see a group of young...
Ryland Spicer, Jake Spicer maybe. There's a Hale out there. A lot of little kids.
Yeah, we got some youngins out there that are going to get into the action tonight. Looks like a couple of them are wearing aviator jackets tonight.
And they're going to be presenting the trophy.
So
the little guys.
The handshake line takes place. We see the coaches meet out at center ice as Grant Paranika shakes up hands with Coach Oliver and with Tyler Palmasino. And we'll see the Green Wave come over onto their line to get ready for the presentation of the Gambucci Cup. Of course, we're at Purpur Arena. Gambucci Arena is just off to our left, and you're talking about a couple of historic high school hockey names in North Dakota and in Grand Forks, and so this really is a cup. And I remember my first year here, East Grand Forks won the cup for the first time in a long time in 12-13 on their way to the state tournament. Let's turn it over to our public address announcer for the announcement tonight.
Here to present the Surge Gambucci Cup are Surge's great grandkids, Gina Blue, Mac Blue, Stella Blue, Ryland Spicer.
They're announcing the youngins that are going to take the cup out to center ice. And, of course, Red River's part of the Gambucci Cup. They're not here tonight. And the cup is going to be won tonight by Grand Forks Central. And Central is announced as the winner of the Gambucci Cup. Lucas Canta comes over. Tucker Hodgson will come over. Cole Hansen and Hunter Bjerge will shake hands with the youngsters that brought it out, and Lucas Canta will grab the cup and take it back to his line of players to celebrate retaining the Gambucci Cup for another season.
It's a great ceremony, and it's a great thing to have that named after Serge Gambucci, a legend in Grand Forks hockey.
Absolutely. Our final score tonight is 8-1 on the Hugo's Low scoreboard. Grand Forks Central gets the win over East Grand Forks. Our scoring summary, our 3 stars of the game, and a wrap-up coming up next. This is live coverage of Green Wave and Knights hockey on KNOX, KNOXradio.com, and the Franson Bank and Trust Mayville State University Sports Network.
One night, 2 games, 4 teams. It's a great night of football presented by Grand Forks Herald and All True Advanced Orthopedics, as well as the following sponsors. It's the first annual Sugar Beet Classic, October 7th at Alara Center. Starting at 4:30, Grand Forks Central takes on West Fargo. At 7:30, Grand Forks Red River will take on Fargo Davies. Don't miss the Sugar Beet Classic, October 7th at Alara Center.
At Mayville State University, you're not a number. You're an important member of the Comet family. Your journey to success at Mayville State will include small class sizes, hands-on learning, accomplished and helpful instructors, and many athletic, arts, and leadership opportunities, all at an affordable price. Pursue associate's and bachelor's degrees online or on campus. Go to mayvillestate.edu/visit to learn more and to sign up for a campus visit today. Mayville State University, your success is closer than you think.
Storm advisory has been changed to a blizzard warning.
When you lose power, get it back fast with a portable Honda generator from Home of Economy. Easy to haul, tough and reliable, and ready to start with a simple turn of the key. Why settle for anything less than the clean, quiet power and peace of mind you can only get with Honda? Just don't be surprised if you generate new friends. Pick up a Honda at the guaranteed lowest price, only at Home of Economy, where your dollar buys more.
When you simplify, you have more time for life. Simplify your life with Hugo's Family Marketplace. No time to run to the grocery store? Hugo's can help. Just click on GoHugos.com and place your order online. We'll fill your order, and you can either pick it up curbside or have it delivered to your home or business. It's really that easy. Just go to GoHugos.com for all the details.
More low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Welcome back to Green Wave and Knights hockey tonight on KNOX and the Franson Bank and Trust Mayville State University Sports Network. Also, welcome back on KNOXradio.com. For those of you that joined us for the video broadcast tonight, we thank you for doing so. It's been a pleasure to bring you our video broadcasts over the last few weeks. We're hoping to do more of that in the future, and this was a fun one to experiment with hockey tonight, as we had a Gambucci Cup game that goes to Grand Forks Central tonight by a final score of 8-1. The Knights will improve to 16-0 on the season. East Grand Forks takes their 5th loss and will drop to 15-5. Not a lot you can say about this one except that from start to finish, Grand Forks Central, the better team. They score less than a minute into the game and just kept the pressure on all night long, Kevin.
Yeah, like I say, I think they were well-rounded, good forwards, good D. Goaltender played well. Just a little too much, but for East Side. But I tell you what, Central's defense was really good. I mean, Mac. I mean, some of those guys come in, they usually beat somebody. Tonight they didn't do it. Yeah, Central had good defense.
That's a great point that you make. The players that can get things done for East Grand Forks,
they couldn't do it.
Really get things done well against a lot of good teams. You're talking about Tanner Mack. You're talking about Landon Parker, Carter Beck, Jake Jelly.
Central's
Their blue line is
tough.
good. Yeah, I mean those are good players, and they just didn't have an opportunity to get a lot done tonight. Scoring summary in this one: Lucas Canta gets the hat trick with a shorthanded goal in the third period. Kyler Brisky had 3, 6-11 into the second period tonight. And I haven't yet added up the number of points that the first line had tonight, but I'll just go ahead.
About 12 or so.
I'll go through it. So we're talking Canta, Hansen, and Brisky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points tonight for the first line.
After getting zilch against Red River.
Yeah, 15 points tonight for the first line of Brisky, Hansen,
those guys
and Canta.
came out smoking.
They did, and after that performance with Red River, perhaps they had a little something eating at them, and so they take care of it tonight. The lone goal for East Grand Forks comes from Cooper Holm on a great play by Cole Chupka. Well, I'll tell you what,
played well.
Yeah, Chupka's not going to be one of the 3 stars tonight because of the effectiveness of that first line for Grand Forks Central. But if you're looking for a guy that had a good night tonight for Grand Forks Central, I would say Cole Chupka. Or I'm sorry, for East Side, rather. I would say Cole Chupka. I would say Josh Nelson played well defensively tonight. He got into some body battles tonight.
He stood up somebody at the blue line here. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, Josh had a good game.
So again, a good summary there, but 15 points for the first line tonight for Grand Forks Central. And here's the deal for the rest of North Dakota. If the first line scores 15 points, you ain't winning. That's just kind of, it's just, sorry, but that's the way it's going to be for those guys tonight.
Show up, but
that's where it is.
It's going to be running time.
Gambucci Cup goes to Grand Forks Central, 30 in a row for the Knights that they win that one. Again, 16-0 for Central, 15-5 for East Grand Forks. Your 3 stars of the game tonight brought to you by PS Garage Doors, where they remind you that the PS stands for personal service. It also stands for painless shopping. If 2019 means it's time for a brand new garage door, PS Garage Doors has you covered. Give them a call at 772-DOOR. Plenty of makes and models. They service what they sell. And for those of you that are agricultural producers, if the current entry into the barn for the implements that you have into the garage is not wide enough, PS Garage Doors can come to where you are, widen it, and give you the garage door that you need. Again, the number to call is 772-DOOR. That's 772-DOOR. And as far as the 3 stars of the game, well, Kevin and I were trying to figure out what order to put Brisky, Hansen, and Kanta in. And I think at the end we might just let everybody decide on their own.
You probably go 3 with Brisky, 2 with Hansen, and maybe 1 with Kanta.
You could do it a lot of ways.
Yeah, but we could do it reverse too.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, we could.
The other way around. I mean,
Cole Hansen
all
made
3 of those guys
plays.
played well.
Right.
Yeah.
Cole Hansen made a ton of those plays, but it was Brisky that buried him early and Kanta that buried him late. 2 hat tricks tonight. In the end,
you can't overlook Central's defense tonight. They were
good.
They were awesome.
They really were.
Yep.
And so, nonetheless, those will be our 3 men tonight, and we'll allow you to put them in the place. As a matter of fact, that's a dialogue that you can carry with you. You can decide that all throughout the night. Heck, lose sleep over it if you want to. But those 3 guys, again, the stars of the game will be Kyler Brisky, Lucas Kanta, and Cole Hansen. And with that, we'll wrap things up tonight from Purpur Arena. We thank all of you for joining us tonight on radio, KNOX Radio, AM 1310, FM 1079, online for our video coverage at knoxradio.com. Tomorrow night, we will be on the road at Grafton Park River in Grafton at Centennial Arena, where we'll see the Rough Riders take on the Spoilers. We'll have that on KNOX Radio tomorrow night with a pregame report of 7:05. Kevin, thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate that. Noah Chalaya has been our game site engineer. Dale Hamstra had our camera work tonight. I'm Ryan Cunningham. Your final score from Purpur Arena is Grand Forks Central 8 and East Grand Forks 1. For KNOX Sports and the Franson Bank and Trust Mayville State University Sports Network. So long, everybody.